Hey, what's up, everybody? No Lander B fam coming in with that thumbs up. Beat Snow coming in with that like and that share. Much love, everybody. How are we doing today, by the way, folks? So, day two of our GTRC qualifiers, ladies and gentlemen. Day one provided to be pretty busy. We had about 10 to 12 drivers come in and qualify out of the 30 plus drivers registered. We still have several drivers left to qualify here on day two. This is again scheduled to be a 4-hour lobby. Your boy Ghost, however, is going to be only streaming 3 hours of the 4 hours. So our co-host today, Nolander Gaming, ladies and gentlemen, over on Facebook Gaming and over on YouTube there, is going to take over the final hour, and he's going to send off day two of qualifying for us here at the GTRC. And again, new member to the commentary team at the GTRC here, and GT45 Gaming is Nolander Gaming. So we are going to be seeing a lot of this absolutely great commentator joining the team here and bringing you guys all this amazing live action that we've got our hands into here at the page. So welcome into Nolander Gaming. He is in Discord here. We're just going to jump over and chat with him in a couple of minutes here. We're just going to kind of ring this in for you guys. So this is for the upcoming 2023 GT4 Championship season, and it is just qualifying. So we're pace testing our drivers, and the reason why we're doing some pace testing here today is because we don't just have one lobby this season. We have two, potentially three, as it stands right now for qualifying. So what became a potential pro-am team, the division, now may become still that, and we may be adding what we're going to call potentially an Academy Series division for the overflow. And what that will do is keep these guys racing the same schedule as our drivers. They'll get a rebroadcast throughout the week, probably from Nolander Gaming, and then if a full-time spot opens up in one of the two divisions by chance throughout the year, that will allow the points leader in that division to get first crack at that full-time position, and so on and so forth. We're just spitballing here. We didn't expect to fill 3 potential lobbies here this season, so that's absolutely fantastic, and that's all because of you guys, the viewers, continuing to do what you do week in and week out when we bring these live broadcasts to you guys, and liking and sharing that stream out has been the biggest deciding factor here. So thank you very much for everybody who comes in and absolutely just smashes those reactions for us. It's going to be again a lengthy day, but we're very busy here at the page today, so thankfully we've got our right hand man Nolander Gaming with us, and we're just going to jump over into Discord here. I'm not sure if he's live or not yet. Nolander, my guy, are you hot and in action at the moment? I don't know if the stream can hear you. Just give me 1 second to check my audio. Nope. Now they can. All right. So first of all, I'd like to welcome you in to the GTRC community, and welcome to the broadcast team. We're definitely looking forward to seeing you jumping on board here in the 2023 season for our GT4 Championship. Again, Nolander Gaming, ladies and gentlemen, has done some commentary work with us here in the past as well with the GTRC, and we really enjoy what he does out there on the screen. So welcome to the team to start with, and yeah, I mean, qualifying day two. Unfortunately, you weren't well yesterday. I'm glad you're feeling better. And so day one was a pretty eventful day. We had about 12 guys come in and qualify on day 12, and the times were pretty quick from some of the drivers. And then the middle part of our qualifying pack, those times are tight, within thousandths of a second, some of these drivers. So just to get Nolander caught up to speed what's happening here, this is a 2-track qualifying session. So all the drivers on track currently right now, ladies and gentlemen, you see in the screen here, they'll come out, they'll run 5 laps on Deep Forest. So they get 1 out lap and 4 hot laps to get the best time they can. Once all the drivers have completed their run, and each of these drivers has a track to themselves. There's no slipstreaming, there's no other drivers on the track for these guys. The track is all theirs for those 5 laps. From that point, they take the best time. Of course, that gets recorded, and then they'll come off track. The next driver goes out and repeats that process. Once all the drivers have completed their qualifying time on Deep Forest, here is the first track online today, we'll have a little 5-lap sprint race for the drivers. That just helps ease the tension. These guys and gals put a lot of pressure on themselves to get the best times they can in qualifying. They put a lot of work in for these qualifiers to get the best placement they can in the divisions. So it's just a way for the GTRC to let these guys and gals on track here have a little bit of fun, ease some of that tension, and then hopefully when they go into that second qualifying track, they're just feeling good, they're feeling that vibe, and they're ready to just rip some times out on Watkins Glen being track 2, ladies and gentlemen. And that will be a 3-lap qualifier, so 1 out and 2 hot laps, as all those guys and gals are going to get there. And we got to get used to saying this, ladies and gentlemen, because we do have number 2 in our list there. You see on the right hand side of the screen there, ladies and gentlemen, is a driver called Miss Devious. Miss Devious is a woman driver here coming and competing in the series this season. We're absolutely tickled pink to have her here competing with the boys, and I got to tell you, from what I've seen so far behind the scenes, chat, she's quick. She's a very good race car driver, so I think that it is going to add some spice to that potential pro division. She is that quick, ladies and gentlemen. So, and we do have some other ladies there that are sitting on the fence as well here for the series right now. Of course, it just depends on whether or not they have time and it works within their schedules to race. So, women competitors, we love seeing you out there. We know you're out there. GTRC welcomes all competitors, new and experienced, and Discord, of course, is tagged in the pinned comments below, ladies and gentlemen. So, a lot of information to take in. You all caught up there now, my man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you kindly. I appreciate the warm welcome, my friend, and I'm very excited to be here with the GTRC for day 2 of qualifying here. 2 racetracks, Deep Forest and Watkins Glen. This ought to be very, very interesting. We do have some very fast fellas and ladies in the house for qualifying viewing pleasures today, y'all.
Absolutely. So the guys are just out on track, and gals are just out on track right now. They're just running some practice. This is just some free practice, ladies and gentlemen. The official qualifying starts exactly at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so noon on the button where I'm from. And I'm kind of glad I'm indoors today, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely very, very blustery outside. It is snowing, it's windy, it's very Christmassy outside there today, here where I'm from. So definitely glad to be indoors and watching some sunshine on the racetrack here today, that's for sure.
Hey, Lewis, appreciate the like and the share on the stream. Thank you for the feedback as well. Apparently, I'm getting an echo on my Mac. Tam, welcome in. Appreciate the like and the share.
Is both audio sources on?
I'm going to go check that right now.
A little on the fly streaming, technical sorting out, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to what we do behind the scenes here.
Indeed. Okay, now we should be good. I just went in and blocked that other one.
So yeah, just chat, of course. Make sure that you let them know if everything sounds good now. We are working out just a couple little kinks. We changed the setup with Nolander there last night, so there are going to be a little bit of quirks that we got to work out on the fly here. So this is kind of the official test here for Nolander's new audio setup here. So please do kindly let us know how everything sounds so we can make these adjustments on the fly for everybody. We do appreciate it.
Indeed, indeed. Tam, welcome in. Appreciate the like and the share. Ho, ho, ho. Tam says, how we sounding now, Tam? Are you getting an echo, my guy? We are getting our first look at Miss Devious here. Again, we are just doing warm-ups, guys. This is not the qualifications yet. However, that will be taking place quite shortly.
Let's jump on board with Miss Devious here for a minute. A 136 flat here right now in practice, and the consistency on the right hand side of the screen there, chat, is quite good. So she might be watching the stream. She's gonna pull it over on the side of the racetrack here and jump off track. So
hey Tam, absolutely appreciate the feedback. Thank you, my guy. Tim, we got it sorted.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Alright, we're just doing a stream metric check, ladies and gentlemen, and much of the same thing on my side of the programming here as well. If you guys feel like something isn't quite coming through properly, again, don't hesitate to let us know. And yeah, we'll make the adjustments for you. We just want the best viewing pleasure for all the viewers. So, alright, so we're going to flip you over to the big screen here now, chat. And there we go, off to that beautiful big screen. And we are going to get qualifying underway. So it's going to be one driver at a time, ladies and gentlemen, and they'll get 5 laps here around Deep Forest Raceway. The racing softs are the tire here these drivers are using. There is no fuel and no tire wear here, so these drivers get to maximize everything these cars have to offer in qualifying. And, you know, it's all up to them, the best time that they can put in. So Miss Devious is our first driver out on track, so here we go. She is going to kick our show off here this morning, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see what Miss Devious has for everyone here today. She's quick, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody enjoys this, because I know I'm going to. Very nice lady too. I've had the privilege to speak with her as well a little bit here and behind the scenes. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do this season. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's always interesting, and to just see the newcomers come in and watch them grow, you know, throughout the season. And what is really exciting is to get to see their qualifications and see where they're going to end up within the league as far as their placement goes. It's just super exciting time for all the racers and the viewers together.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so a little bit of a wiggle coming through the tunnel there. Maybe she thought she was going to nip that wall on the way out, and sometimes a wall does jut just a little tiny bit there coming into that tunnel. So yeah, she may have thought she was going to make some contact there, and that almost kind of lets me think she may be driving in cockpit view here, because I do the exact same thing in the exact same corner myself. So
yeah, that wall will jump out and get you, I'll tell you.
her lines are looking really good here on her out lap. So this is going to be her first flying lap, ladies and gentlemen, and let's see what she can do here. The out lap is very quick, a 139, 140 there. So it says 142, so my live timing is already messed up today, chat. Here we go again. But that's all right. The fastest lap always updates properly on the left-hand side of the screen. She is the first driver out on the track, so she will hold that fastest lap until somebody takes it from her. So lap 1 of 4 attempts here, ladies and gentlemen, and MX-5s are a little bit tricky to drive. We figured this is the best car to put the drivers in because it's really in real life racing for GT3 racing, and we talked about this yesterday during the qualifiers as well. The MX-5 is kind of essentially the entry-level car for the racing car driver. You know, if you're trying to get signed on to a team or you're trying to get noticed in a GT racing world, it seems like the Mazda MX-5 series are the way to go. And if you can master this MX-5 car, you can basically drive anything. It opens up your opportunities as a real race car driver quite significantly. Teams do pay attention to these drivers in these MX-5 series, so we figured this would be a good skill-based car to test our drivers on, and of course 2 different types of racetracks to allow these drivers to show their pace on as well here. So this has been a pretty tried and tested way to pace the drivers here so far at the GTRC, so we figured don't change something that isn't broken. Now the season is a GT4 Championship, ladies and gentlemen, and the drivers have selected 3 cars of their choice that they would like to drive. Now with that being said, front wheel drives are banned and 4-wheel drive GR4 cars are also banned. So there's no Alfa Romeros, there's no Subaru WRXs, there's no Audis, no Scirocco's, no Suzuki Swifts, no Lamborghini Huracans in the Group 4 class allowed in the series. And I mean, as we all know, ladies and gentlemen, especially those of us that race sport mode here on Gran Turismo 7, those cars are just way overpowered compared to the rest of the class under BOP settings. So to keep the fairness for all the competitors, all of those cars have been banned for the upcoming season. So it is left to mid-rear cars and front-engine rear-wheel drive cars as well, ladies and gentlemen. So these drivers have made their 3 choices on their preferred cars. So once qualifying is all said and done, the staff will sit down, they'll gather all those times up, they'll figure out who their pros and their Pro-Am division is, and then those drivers will get paired up, and they'll be given their cars to drive for the season. From there, those drivers will then get on track and start testing and tuning for January 14th.
Very good. We do have her putting down a 135.584, so really good time on her first lap. In fact, she's 3/4 of a second behind that just now. We'll look for her to pick that timing up. Yeah, very interesting. She had a little bobble along the way somewhere. Not quite sure where it happened. but holding it together and looking like she's running this track really clean.
So, just for perspective, Chad, if you missed qualifying day one yesterday, I think our fastest driver on the racetrack yesterday was Apex Racing's Piggums. Piggums dropped a 136 point, I believe it was 2 here in qualifying yesterday. So Ms. Devious has beat that time by 3/4 of a second. We all know that Apex Racing's Piggums is a very quick driver. So just a little bit of perspective for those of you that may have missed day one of qualifying on where Ms. Devious is sitting right now in qualifying. That may very well put her right on the top, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, appreciate the like on the stream, Billy. Appreciate the heart on the stream. How we doing today? Hope y'all and yours are well. Thank you kindly for being in here for this GTRC qualifying session, day 2. We have Miss Devious on track and laying down some very quick times here. Watch out for her, guys. She's coming for y'all.
Absolutely, I don't disagree there. So far in qualifying, she's looking very fast. Again, the best time so far I've seen out of both days of qualifying on this track with this car combination. We haven't seen all our drivers go yet, but she definitely has set the precedence here today.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, sir.
How are you both?
We are good, Doug. How you feeling today, my man? Absolutely.
Good, thanks guys. I won't be qualifying today, but it does. The track seems quicker today. So suggestion to any of the guys that might be watching who qualified yesterday, come and try again today, because I run a 35.7 in the race we did today. So, you know, it seems to be running faster today than yesterday. I don't know why. It should be the same settings.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe the drivers are just feeling it a little better today. You know, it's Sunday, the holiday season's approaching. A lot of people are on time off now. You know, a lot of stress has been released. Maybe people are just feeling really good today on behind the wheel of the cars. You know.
Possibly.
But a 35.5 from his Devious here, that is a blazing fast time here around Deep Forest.
He's a very quick driver. He's a very quick driver.
I do believe that I mean, she set the precedence here so far as that pro time goes. I could be wrong. I haven't seen the timesheets, but I do know that is very close to the top.
She may be better in that right now. She's only down by 35 thousandths of a second, and she is flying around this track, ladies and gentlemen. She is boogieing.
She's very calm, cool, collected behind the wheel too. She doesn't seem to really crack under the pressure. So I don't know much about this driver currently right now, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I do suspect that I have a theory that she may have some real racing experience under her belt, but she is definitely quick here on Gran Turismo 7.
Hey, Billy, glad to hear it, my guy. I am doing fantastic, thank you. And Platform Gaming also coming in with the like on the stream. Thank you for that, my guy. Appreciate you. Hope you and yours are well, and hope you're enjoying the show.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I just had to release Smiley.
So Smiley's going to come back out and try it again. Smiley's a quick driver. We know that he has more in the tank than what he showed yesterday as well. So it's going to be interesting. He's going to want to challenge this time by Miss Devious as well. So 36.3 was the slowest lap by Miss Devious out of her 4 attempts there. Really consistent driver here too, ladies and gentlemen, in that series of laps. So it's going to be interesting to see what she does in the sprint race coming up after these guys and gals are finished qualifying here today. So Smiley, we seen Smiley yesterday in day 1. He put down some pretty good times, but I know this driver, and he definitely is not satisfied with what he did yesterday. So he's going to come out here and he's going to give it a really good effort here today, and that I can promise you. He is the type of driver that likes to challenge that purple lap on the racetrack. So let's see if he can get Miss Devious time here today. I think that the Pro Division has stepped up the class this season, ladies and gentlemen, here at the GTRC. You're definitely going to not want to miss these races. I think we are going to see some crazy racing here from this Pro Division this season. It's going to be pretty fantastic stuff.
Yeah, we've got some good drivers in our Pro Division, but we're adding a lot more, and it's gonna make it really tight at the top.
Yes,
really tight at the top.
Absolutely.
It's going to be fun.
Still have drivers
I'm
entering.
hoping a lot of them come across to the mini-series as well, because all of my stars have come from the mini-series, because I've just had car issues with the mixed ones. But, you know, it's going to be good to get some, not that I didn't have, but Bo's not been in any of the mini-series really. You know, Piggums joined late on them. and me and Piggums have had some amazing races. The practice races with Devious, she's going some real speed. The practicing I've done with Smiley in other events, he's a fast driver, you know. Method's a good driver. Who else is there? You know,
Got
Ghost
Apex
has
Racing.
come along leaps and bounds for AMS, so he's going to be one to watch in AMS.
We have
you
Apex
know, Ray's
Racing.
is getting quicker and quicker. Yeah, the Apex boys, they're all coming along.
Yep.
They're mental.
They're coming, and they're starting to fill up that registration list all of a sudden too, ladies and gentlemen. I was just in their Discord this morning, and they've got a whole GTRC channel set up now for racing. So, boy, it's game
well, that's
on
thanks
here.
to you. That's thanks to you and the work you've put in as well, man. So, you know, all thanks to that. Well, it depends if I win another championship. If I don't, it's not all thanks to that. But if I do, you know, all thanks to that. You brought in, I mean, we have some great races anyway. There's very rarely that there's not something going on, you know.
You know, let's
that's away from crashing, good racing going on. So it's going to be great to bring in more people to add to that.
Well, let's touch on that for a second. I mean, I really do appreciate the 136.604 here from Smiley on his first lap. So definitely improving from yesterday by well over a second. So yeah, let's see if he can challenge this lap. This driver can do it, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can top Miss Devious here today in qualifying. But touching on that note, I mean, I do appreciate the kudos. I mean, yes, for sure, you know, having these live broadcasts and done the way we do things here as a team definitely is helping with reach. But I mean, at the end of the day, the drivers are joining because they see a great community and good, clean racing on the racetrack, and that accredits to you guys, the staff. So I can't take all the credit on that. It's definitely a team effort. But at the end of the day, you guys have put all the elbow grease into this to make it what it is today. So I mean, at the end of the day, don't take anything away from what you guys have done here at the GTRC to build what you have here today.
I've got to give a big thanks to Piggums as well, because I know Piggums has put a good word across for us lot. You know, so it's a big thanks to him as well. He's come along, he's joined, he's seen some racing he likes, and he's put the word out. You know, so that's been great as well. You know, so it's a team effort from everybody. Let's call it that.
Absolutely, teamwork makes the dream work. I am not getting any alerts or comments, chat. So if you are commenting or hitting those alerts, I just am not getting anything today. So I do apologize. It's been an issue with the streaming software since we did that update last Wednesday, and hopefully it gets fixed soon.
Indeed, and Kilt Racer, appreciate the ultics and the shares, guys.
Right,
I'm looking at these qualies and thinking, the track's running really fast today.
Is it head on us?
Do I want a quali again? Do I want to put it out there? But
by 7/10 of a second, he's just upped his time. Smiley coming in hot with a 135.877, so not far behind Mysterious at all, just 0.3 of a second though.
Yeah, he's pushing. He is pushing. So, and a little perspective on Smiley, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that do follow the page and watch Flat Out Racing, he is an elite series driver in that series. So just a little bit of perspective about how quick of a time Miss Devious has put down for you, because even this driver, he's right there, but he still hasn't cracked it yet.
Yeah, definitely. Indeed, he is right there pushing the limits of this car and his driving abilities, which we love to see in qualifying. We want to see the best time you can put down for sure in any league. You want to be placed property. It's real important to just not hold back and give it all you got.
Well, and a credit to GTRC, guys. I mean, you guys realizing some of these drivers just getting word that this is happening and just registering yesterday, very cold coming into the practicing, not having any warm-up time or anything like that. And so a huge shout out to GTRC for allowing these guys to take some time overnight and get some proper practice in and come and retry here again today too. That's huge. So
well, as I say, I'm also going to be running the qualifying sessions, although we're hoping to set a precedent of a split after this weekend. Obviously it'd be nice to see, because we haven't had 2 lobbies worth of drivers coming in quali, but I'll be holding some qualies over the next week, and we'll get a general split, and then for any new drivers that come and set their qualies, we'll be able to adjust that split, and you know, hopefully by the end of the week we'll have our pro-am split, so we'll see. But this isn't the definitive, this is where it is, but this is sort of like, this is our main push for it, and hopefully we get some more people come in. We've got a few hours left, so you know, it should be good.
Absolutely. And I mean,
Sean, appreciate the like on the stream as well.
The season doesn't start until January 14th, so yeah, no, absolutely, Doug. Doug Barrow, ladies and gentlemen, as well, one of the main officials here at the GTRC community. This gentleman has been working hard here with these guys for some time now, helping keep these events rolling and organized and moving in the right fashion. He spends a lot of time making the race car designs for a lot of the drivers throughout the series, and he also spends a lot of time teaching and helping these drivers find pace, learn how to drive the tracks better, learn how to drive their cars better. So Doug is a very integral part of the community here, and he really does go above and beyond for everybody involved here as well. So that's who we are.
He too is a very fast racer.
All right, so Smiley knows that he wasn't going to get anything better on that last lap. He just chalks it right there. But good run there, 35.8. So Doug said the track is fast today, so everybody watching that's sitting there on their time thinking that they're good and comfortable, you may want to get on track, get some warm-up in, and get over here, because we're seeing some new faces come in and being really quick here this season, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be interesting. So we have Tagger 2X here, 2 times, or just call him Tagger. New face, okay. Doug? What do we know about this driver? Oh, I think Doug's still busy. I don't recognize this driver. I don't know if he's been around in the community for a while, or if he's just a new face here in the community as well, but out on track doing his qualifying here. Pit limit penalty, thankfully it's out lap.
Down taggers so that Razor can get out. And then Razor can take it from you once he's done his. Okay?
Question, are we doing nicknames or PlayStation names on this?
I have PlayStation. Yeah, online IDs. Yeah.
Okay, copy that. I should remedy that.
Oh yeah, it says something different for you. It says beating you or something for nickname. Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Alright, so he's going to come around here, and now his official hot lap is going to start, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 4 attempts at his best lap around Deep Forest here to put in his best time that he can. And he's going to start it right now here on lap 2. So slow out lap, but we see him with that 3-second penalty, so not too big of a shock there. But thankfully the penalty serving zone doesn't really affect that run going into the final corner, and you're still able to get a good start even if you pick that penalty up on your out lap. So not the biggest of deals here for the driver here today. Under competing circumstances, on the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, that's a whole different story. Obviously, you don't want that 3-second penalty, but making a mistake there, putting that thing in the wall, he's going to take some damage there. Damage is on light, so that means it will go away in about 30 seconds time, but that is 30 seconds that this driver now has to fight that car, and it is going to affect the performance of the car for that 30 seconds as well. So you just get this lap in, get a time put down, chalk this lap essentially, and then just work on bettering it from there. Again, qualifying is tough for some drivers. I'm one of those drivers that doesn't qualify well under a short amount of laps per se like this, so you would see me do much of the same thing. I'm with you on that one. You know, over pushing, over driving the car sometimes, trying to get that extra tenth out of that corner because I know I can, and it typically means I don't qualify well. So there's a lot of pressure. We put it on ourselves. It's nobody's fault but our own, but that's the way it is. We're competitive by nature as human beings, and we just want to do the best we can. So sometimes you just gotta put the safe lap in first and then work on beating that safe lap from there.
Yeah, indeed. This driver's just picked up a half-second penalty as well, which is going to affect this next lap as well. So hopefully he can do the lap afterwards.
What are we going to see him put in here?
Titled the 6, so we can see what kind of qualifying time this driver Tagger will put in.
I see a 39.5. Is that what you see, Nolander?
Yes.
39.5, yeah.
Okay, just making sure that everything's still working on the timing, and we did have some live timing issues yesterday on the stream. We definitely weren't seeing the proper times, so it's nice having the extra eyes we can verify. So awesome.
I had that with Devious's times. The only reason I could confirm Devious's time was because it was the fastest lap. So when you get that problem, you need to hope that that person sets the fastest lap, because then you get the correct lap to confirm.
And with that being said, actually, maybe this was something we should have noted in the Discord. It just kind of popped into my brain. But if the drivers are watching and you are qualifying, take a screenshot of those times before you jump off track, maybe, just to make sure. That way, if there's any discrepancy that way, then you just have the screenshot and it's easy peasy.
It's usually much faster the time it gives you. So what we're doing is we're just, at the end of it, we're getting to confirm what we see to what they see, so that we're not just going off of what we see on there. It's a confirmation thing, and sometimes, you know, it's miles off, and you're like, right, what I see is, let's just say a 59.7. Is that right? He's like, no, it's a 39, which is closer to what it would be. Oh,
Ooh, he did get it wrong there,
nightmare.
so he just
I think he got it wrong there
oversteered
because he got a penalty there last time, so he's tried too hard to pull the car back in, and it's just spun him.
He just oversteered a little bit there, and he just couldn't
Yeah.
quite gather it up. So that's all right. He's got a 139.5. It's not. I'm sure it's not the lap he wants to see, but I mean that is still a decent lap from what we've seen from some of the drivers coming in yesterday in qualifying. It is. I would say probably about a mid pro-am pack right now, but he'll get it. He'll get it. There's always one lap he just seemed to get, so he has 2 more cracks at it here. He'll get it in one of these 2 laps. And there is still a second track too, ladies and gentlemen, keeping that in mind. So we're not just doing the one track for these guys. We are doing 2 different tracks for pace testing for the drivers in the series, and that is just to give everybody a better idea how the drivers' pace really is, because some drivers struggle with certain tracks too as well, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the nature of the beast in racing. So but good pace testing car in this car. I really do enjoy watching these things go around any racetrack. So a lot of fun for us here up in the booth today with these Miatas.
They're fun little cars.
They're good to drive. Yeah, they're amazing little things. Love them.
All right, he's having a more efficient lap here. I think he's just kind of taking a deep breath there, and it looks like he's locked right back in. He has had a very crisp lap here this time around. So maybe a tidge slow because he did make that mistake coming into that big long straightaway, but
yeah, his run to the start finish line would have been slower, but yeah, this is where it counts though, because this is where he's made his mistake on every lap.
So let's see how he handles this here. I think he's just a hair late on the brakes there. It looks like he should be braking right at that curb, and he's just missing his braking point.
He's got it. He's got it. He's fine.
Yep.
Good exit.
That was a great exit there for him. So he should improve this time. He was down coming through that sector, but he definitely made some time up there that time around. So let's see what he does here. He's got a good approach. He's going to keep it tight to keep the corner shorter. That's smart. You use the momentum of the corner to maintain speed coming up the long run. Very important, especially with that little uphill section right there. And 38.298. So there we go. Fantastic.
Much better. A little tip for that last corner is not to quite go too tight, because it is possible, though it's a sweeping smooth bend, it is possible to scrub. So you've just got to make sure you're not trying to run it as tight as possible, because you're going to scrub. It's getting that fine line between the scrubbing and the knot.
Absolutely. And another tip, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of us guys drive with our tire sounds up quite high in the game. That may be why you might hear tire squealing a little bit extra in the stream, is because when I'm driving I really rely on being able to hear what my tires are doing, and that does help when you are racing, because if your tires are making noise, you're losing speed.
Yeah, indeed, that's facts. Tire squeal, you're right on the edge of losing it, as well as losing speed. So you want to try to keep that down to a minimum. Obviously, if you're pushing real hard, you're going to get a little bit, but just down to a minimum is always suggested.
And we are almost 3/4 of a second up on his best lap here right now too. So
Yeah,
he's
he's looking this lap.
looking to take some more out of this. He makes a little wide there, but probably going to cost him a little bit of time compared to the last lap. But he should still be up coming around here. We should see a mid-37 here if I'm not mistaken. So really, again, he just locked in. You know, that's what I said. Sometimes you just got to take a deep breath and just worry about getting the lines right. And it's going to be a mid-37. You betcha. 37.477 is what I see on my screen. So very well done. He gathered himself up, got himself a respectable time in there, ladies and gentlemen. So great job here from Tagger. And I like delivery too, by the way. That's a beautiful mouse delivery. All right, Hair Razor's coming out. He had a decent run yesterday, but we definitely know he's got more in his gas tank as well in this Mazda MX-5. So we're going to let Hair Razor come out now. He's just on his outlap. We'll jump on board with him here as he does his outlap. And this is a chance just for the drivers to maybe perfect a corner they're struggling with, or attempt to take a different line through there. Maybe they think that's going to give them some time. The outlap is kind of the time to do that, as long as you set that final corner up to get that perfect run to start your first hot lap. That's what matters on your outlap. So figuring out where you're going wrong on your outlap is very important to have a good qualifying lap ahead of you as well. So ideally using all the racetrack is always best, no matter what the case is and what racetrack. There's very few circumstances where not using the whole track is faster. So Much of the same here.
Hey, Jill, no worries, my guy, Mr. John Grayson. Appreciate you coming in. How we doing today, fellas? How we doing? Hope y'all and yours are well. Hope y'all are enjoying the show. Qualifications here, day 2 of the GTRC. We've seen some really nice laps, some good times, good racers. It's going to be fantastic to watch this unfold.
This is the person I'm most interested in seeing. My man Razor, my boy Razor. We've been doing this together for 10 years. Doing leagues together we were teammates for so long. We can't be teammates anymore. It's not allowed within our rules, but we were teammates for a good 6 years of league racing. Or, you know, so it's good to see how he's doing. And he's been my main competition for all the mini seasons, so interested to see how he's going to do.
Absolutely, and I kind of feel like when GT7 dropped, he's been struggling to kind of find that pace he had at the end of sport there. So most recently, over the last couple of days especially, it seems like he's really starting to lock back into his real pace, you know, his real, what he could really do on the racetrack here on GT7. So it seems like everything's coming together here for Hair Razor now as well on the new platform. So definitely excited to see what he can do here.
He's one of those drivers who likes lots of practice.
Good time for a first lap.
Absolutely, a 36.8.
Yeah. I got 136.5.
Oh, okay.
I have a 136.8 showing on mine. So this is where the confirmation stuff needs to...
Exactly, chat. And I mean,
needs
for
to
other
happen.
people that are running leagues too, I mean, you know, for you guys that are out there watching too, there might be some of you guys out there, gals out there watching too. I mean, this is all information. Be putting this in your notebooks, ladies and gentlemen. You know, while we're doing qualifying, in a sense, what we're doing is really putting the lobbies to a grueling test too, because we're swapping tracks, we're doing all kinds of things here to the lobbies today as well. So, lots of good information to be had from the qualifiers here this weekend.
Yeah, he's up on his time by 2 tenths.
He's just hit the inside wall. He's just hit the inside wall.
I don't think it slowed him down too awful much, though, thankfully.
I think it's going to put him down on his time.
No
I
fun.
think it will too, a little bit. Yep,
Yeah.
Indeed it did, because he was
Nearly 5 temps.
Yeah.
He's going to be kicking himself. He's going to be beating himself up over that.
And he's still got lots of time, much of the same thing. He's still got 2 more full laps to rock together here, so he's already got a solid baseline put in there with a 136.8. And nothing to be complaining about here, I don't think. I think that's enough to hold the pro division here still. But we know he can do better, so he's just got to lock it in. You know, it's the same thing, right? Sometimes you can hook that sweet lap up in qualifying, and sometimes you miss it for whatever the reason may be.
I'm more about hooking the laps up during the race, which is really weird. My qualifying is like yourself. I struggle. I really struggle, and I don't think it's because I'm over pushing, because I don't fall off or I just don't get the times, and then I don't know why. And then during the race, I lock in early. You see my push off early. I go for it as best I can, and you know it's one of those things.
We have Devin Calypso come back in to the lobby here as well, so maybe he's going to take another stab at it here today as well, ladies and gentlemen. Again, he's a new face here at the GTRC community. I know that driver fairly well as well. Much like I said yesterday on the broadcast, he used to be a professional MotoGP racer, ladies and gentlemen. So a little bit of an interesting fun fact about Devlin Calypso.
Nice.
He's got an interesting story.
Guys, I'm
we'll
going to leave you
come
alone for a little while, and I'm going to concentrate on what's going on in here, and I'll catch you a bit later on. I'll jump back in maybe in about half hour or so, see how it's getting on, alright?
Sounds good. And we just see a 135.827, so am I seeing that correctly? What do you got on your screen, my dude?
Yeah.
Great time there by Hair Razor.
He's still coming around on lap 4 for me. I'm not sure. Lap 3 was a 137.040.
So yeah, you've got the spectator timing glitch right now.
Yeah, well, I wonder if I back out of spectating mode and come back in, if that'll fix it.
It might. That was a 136.115 there. So yeah, he's definitely very consistent here. He's putting down some good times. So
136.115, is that what you said?
Yep.
I got 136.144. So let me jump out of spectating mode and jump back in. Let's see if that'll fix it, gal.
Gotta love new games,
small-
chat.
A small thing.
Yes.
We haven't been given he hasn't got a blue lap showing. So according to that, none of his laps are official laps. They're none of them are set. So it might be you and I, Tim, because I'm not seeing a blue line through any of them.
I'll do it.
It should show a blue as his fastest lap, shouldn't it?
No big deal. We'll pop out. Pop back in.
Right. Back in a sec.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any blue times as well. And there definitely should have been 2 of them that we're looking at here.
Yeah, I got a 36144 blue now that I've switched.
Yeah, that's what I've got too, but it's not in blue.
Alright, so I think
So maybe my times are correct and y'all's
so.
is.
Yeah, I think so.
Because now we're matching. Here he is on his final lap, y'all. Hair Raiser laying down some good laps. Gets a little bit squirrely right there. That's going to cost him just a smidge of time. Anytime you're breaking the tires free, you are losing time.
Facts, chat. Absolute facts. So what is he just tuning in? Wondering who the other voice on the other side of the stream is? We are here with Nolander Gaming, ladies and gentlemen, over on Facebook. I do have him tagged as a co-streamer, so if he's done the same thing on his end, you can actually literally just quick switch over right to his page from this page. But great hair raiser time there. I see a 35.7, but I don't see it go blue. So you can see right now the track officials are verifying his time. That's why he still is sitting on the racetrack, and we won't see him come off the racetrack until that time is verified. So they released Lone Ghost a little bit before that driver came around, so he had some gap in between.
Should we be screenshotting these as well?
Nope, it's all good. They got a double verification process. They've got 2 officials in the lobby verifying times with the drivers, so it's all good. We'll let, of course, the staff do what the staff does. Our job is just to, talk to you guys and bring it all live on the screen, entertain. It's been pretty good so far.
1963 on track right now, guys. We'll put out an outlap as we've seen the previous racers do.
All right, so a little bit of a background to Lone Ghost. He's a fairly new driver, ladies and gentlemen. He's got very little experience here on GT7. He raced a little bit last season as a reserve. He struggled. He has been working very hard with, of course, the GTRC community, racing community, but he's also been working really hard behind the scenes with Miss Devious. And I'm really interested to see what kind of times that this driver is going to put down here today. I think if we can see a 38, even a I think a 38 is he's going to be very happy with that kind of type of time here today. And a 38 from a fairly new sim racer is a really good time here. You can see there he's overdriving a little bit, he's over pushing a little bit, he's still a little bit unsure about what he's doing, but he's done a really great job so far on this outlap to keep it on the track, and he looks like he's keeping some pretty decent speed around here. So let's see what he can do. Let's see what all the hard work that he's been putting in here for the last couple of weeks is going to do for him here today in qualifying. I've been waiting for him to come out and show us what he's got, so I'm really excited to see what he's going to do here right now.
He's been putting in a lot of work. I know I said I was going to go. I've just popped back for the simple reason. I noticed with Razor the times were off for me. I flicked down a car and then back up to Razor and it put the right times on.
Is that alright? I'll keep that.
So if you're getting that, just flick between drivers. Oh no, he's going to pick up a penalty there.
You're not wrong.
Hopefully not. Fingers crossed.
Alright, so I got an outlap of 47.303. Is that what everybody else is seeing?
If I switch between drivers, yeah, it's gone from a 48.8 something to a 47.3.
So, and he picks up a half-second penalty just on the final sector here. That's super unfortunate for him here. Oh, here we go. Speaking of the Apex Racing guys. So he's going to have to take that penalty across this lap here, which is super unfortunate. It's going to cost him 3/4 of a second or more here, of course, where the penalty serving zone is. It does hurt you a little bit, but we'll see what he can do here. I see a 141.996 for his first lap here, and that's a pretty good first lap for him. So if he can clean it up just a little bit, keep that rear end from sliding out on him just as much as it is here, he can really probably put down a nice lap here. So he's got a penalty this lap, so this is really an opportunity for him to kind of do some learning on this lap, find out where he can tighten up some of the mistakes he's making and serve that penalty, and then try to just rip around here in the last couple laps. 41's not a terrible lap.
Might as well for this lap, especially now he's got a 2-second penalty. That's really going to hurt on it, but you might as well full send it on this lap as it's scrubbed anyway. So try to really push the issue and see where you could possibly make up a little bit of time on the next lap.
Yeah, you can tell he's a learning driver still, Chat. You can see the shakiness in the wheel or the controller that he's racing on. I'm not sure what he's racing on. I don't see flashing lights, so it tells me he's on a wheel. But he's just a little, you know, still learning. He's still learning, Chat. We're all still learning, really. I mean, who are we kidding? All right, you just gotta lock it in, Ghost brother. Come on, Brian, you got this, my dude. Just lock it in.
Yep, yep.
Head down, take a deep breath. You got this, my guy.
Shoot for smooth, buddy. Shoot for smooth. Smooth is fast.
I mean, we don't think he can hear us. Some of the drivers may be listening to the stream while they're qualifying, but I know myself, I don't like the distraction of voices in my head when I'm driving and competing, so it's hard to say.
I don't do well with it either. I've got to have my full attention on what it is that I'm doing, and even then I get it wrong. I find other inventive ways of being distracted.
Absolutely. As content creators, it's hard though, especially when you're streaming your POVs. You're always trying to stay engaged with your community while you're racing, and of course that is going to create silly little mistakes and interesting spots.
Right, for certainly it does. Sucks up even in spectator mode, it glitches. Yeah, it does sometimes, man, but things around here on GT7 are getting much, much smoother. And oh man, Ghost has picked up another half-second penalty on this lap. So essentially he is going to have one more opportunity to put down his fastest lap.
Absolutely, and you know, I'm just watching his inputs right now, and I mean, his biggest struggle at the moment is just car stability because of the a little bit of erratic movement, I guess, for lack of a better word. I guess that's not the worst word for it. So and that's what we're just seeing a little bit of weaving coming from him, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that are watching, it's just because he's just using his equipment that he's using behind the wheel there, so overturning his steering wheel just a little bit, and he's having to correct it. And when you're doing that, that's costing you time on the racetrack as well. You want to try and keep everything as in a straight line as possible when you're racing a race car, and if you can do that, it's going to give you some really good lap times.
Right. Again, slow is smooth and smooth is fast kind of a mentality on your
He's got to go here, so let's get this one down. He's got it. I see a 44.5 is his best so far. That's the blue lap I see anyway.
Well, I've got lap number 2. He's got a 141.996.
He may have had a penalty on that lap. That might be why it's not blue. That would
I
make
bet
sense.
you're right.
Yeah.
I bet you're right, because it does do that too.
All right.
It's smooth though. He's ahead 1.3 seconds right now. Hold it together, buddy. You got this.
And all he's got to do is just keep it on the track and just keep it right, and not worry about what that time on the screen that popping up at the live timing is saying right now. I know sometimes you get that purple sector when you're driving around a racetrack, and it's like, ooh, and that's going to create you to over push and make a mistake. So the focus always needs to be at what's in front of the race car, not what's above the race car, ladies and gentlemen. There's a tip for you from the broadcaster here. For sure. I know I do that lots. I see a purple sector and I'm like, ooh, and yeah, all of a sudden the mistake comes right after because I overcook a braking point or something silly like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty good corner there. He got a pretty good corner there. He got a little bit loose on him. He didn't quite use all the exit, but that was the best corner we've seen. I think this is definitely his best lap we've seen out of the whole run here. So
yeah, by far, he's looking completely different racer right now on this lap than he has in the previous 4 laps. He is running wild right now.
In here, it's gonna be a low. What do we got?
2.7 seconds. So a 141.766 is what I'm showing.
Not bad. So a good little comeback here from Lone Ghost. I'm pretty happy with how he's progressing here so far this season.
Looks like we got Method coming out on track here, our THG racer for the evening.
Again, he comes from another league that we're racing in currently as well here at the page. So he's a quick driver too, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what he's got to put in here. We're going to probably see, well, I mean, we could potentially see 35s from this driver. I mean, who knows what this driver has. Who do we got in Discord here? We haven't talked to the poor man hanging out here. Oh, we got Hair Razor up in the house here. How you doing, my guy?
All right, thanks, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. So, what are you thinking so far today? The times are very quick today. It looks like a very fast racetrack here this morning.
I know. I think the sun's out, and they're all going quicker for some reason. They're all doing really well.
You came in there and you definitely improved on your times from yesterday too. How'd you feel about your run here this time around today?
Yeah, it was much better. I was up about a second and a half. Miss Davis, she was quick, man.
Yeah, she's. We've seen what 5. This is driver number 6, I think, now out on track since the start of qualifying, and Miss Devi is still holding that purple lap here at Deep Forest. So,
yeah, she.
Sorry,
look
Razor,
out.
can you mute yourself from the other chat, bud?
Oh, sorry. I've done it.
Sorry. Cheers.
Again, behind the scenes streamer issues, ladies and gentlemen, tech issues. Hey, Kilty, what's up, my dude? How goes? Goes good, my man. How goes you, my brother? Alright, so Method out, he's on an out lap here. Now he's on his official lap. So, 4 laps.
He's looking smooth too.
He's a good driver. I do know a lot about this driver because I get to race against this driver. And this driver puts a lot of time in. He puts a lot of practice in. And he is very, very well prepared for every single race that he comes into. So he's going to be a driver that's going to be feisty here this season, no, without a question of a doubt. THG Racing Team, they have some very quick guys over there too as well. So this may not be the only THG driver we see here before the season starts either, ladies and gentlemen. They have a pretty active racing team here on Gran Turismo 7. So
here we go. His first official lap now, coming
37.5.
through with a 137.5. Very good lap.
Very good lap. Absolutely, by Method here. So starting off really good already. Ideally, though, he does want one in the 36s to ensure that he's sitting in that top bracket. But I think that's still a really respectable time here for his first lap, too, ladies and gentlemen. I think he just entered yesterday, so probably only been practicing here over the last few hours as Method been. So he's doing a great job here.
2/10 as of now.
Yeah, I've seen him practicing a couple of times.
Yeah, he's scorching that team livery there.
Ooh, that might be a penalty, unfortunately. He cut that corner straight off.
Some of the guys have been getting away with that here in qualifying this
weekend.
Looks
like he has.
Yeah, the stewards have been friendly here today.
Yeah, he straightened that corner right out, he did.
We have a huge field of drivers here today too, Chad. They are definitely coming out here again. I'm only going to be live for a couple of more hours, ladies and gentlemen, and then Nolander will, of course, finish out the qualifying here today for us at the GTRC, as I have other obligations that I need to attend to, of course. But we'll be with you for a couple more hours here at GT45 Gaming, so make sure you go over there, throw Nolander Gaming some love, guys, because he is going to be here broadcasting the Pro-Am Division live every other week when this series starts in the new year. So definitely make sure you guys go over and show that man some love. And don't forget to follow his page too, guys. Appreciate it.
He's over a second on his time right now. 136 is going to be. Yes, so 136.3. Beautiful lap.
Absolutely. So there you go, showing some pace here is Method. And boy, we got some fast new faces coming into the season this season. Oh boy. Oh boy. Heads up, your voice is lower than Nolander. 10-4. 60-50.
We're also doing lap races at the end of the
There we go.
as well.
Appreciate you, Kilt. Alright. Just a little tweaking and we're good to go. Alright, so what's he looking like here? I just missed that timing split. And he really is. He knows that he can take that corner. You can see him really taking advantage of that apex there. So again, that's just a smart driver, knowing where you can and can't use the track. And then I mean, that's the time.
He's looking really good and smooth. I think he's going to put down even faster.
Oh, paying the price there though. Absolutely. The stewards are like, yeah, no, hold on, no, we didn't like that.
He got lucky because he's not going to have to serve that penalty until the next lap. So he could potentially it's gonna not count it because he has the penalty. Correct?
I think the GTRC is still counting laps. I mean, he's still going to have to serve that penalty next time around either way. I'm not sure how that works, and we leave that up to the staff behind the scenes. But Hair Razor might be able to shed some light on that, of course, if he's wants to.
I think the game itself doesn't count it as a fastest lap if you have a
Yeah, it's just
penalty incurred on that.
I mean, we are at the mercy of the game
Yeah,
coding,
no,
and he wasn't
it
faster,
didn't.
so it didn't much matter there. Anyways, he did lose some time in that mid sector. So last
This
crack
game is,
around. You can still
yeah,
improve. I
so
mean, a half-second penalty doesn't necessarily murder you, but he's going to have to put the lap of a lifetime in here to potentially beat that 36.3, I think. So,
for sure, and that is a very respectable time, 136.3. That's flat cooking.
oh no, I agree. That should place him pretty firmly up in that pro standings, I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what these guys' times are putting in, but again, all the drivers there that are already qualified from last season's qualifying pace testing, you may want to consider coming and doing some running today because these guys are coming in and they are quick. Hey, cheers, appreciate you,
Just
Kill.
picked up another 1 second penalty. That's going to kill his lap for this go round. But still, again, a 136.3.
We got a huge love for Riley Brinkley. He's coming in with that thumbs up over on the Facebook page as well, ladies and gentlemen.
HG in method.
And I mean, it's a chalk lap. He's got a good lap there. It's not the end of the world here for him. He's just going to run his lap out to get his times verified, and then we'll have whoever our next driver is, of course, coming out to do it all over again, ladies and gentlemen. But Miss Devious still holding that top spot so far here in qualifying on day 2 on our first track. So looking very quick she is. We got Icer's Devlin out on track here now as well, so we'll let Method come around the finish line here, and then we'll jump over to our ICE driver. It isn't no longer actually Icer, it is ICE Esports Group, I believe now, ladies and gentlemen. They have rebranded a little while ago, so just a little bit of information about the ICE Esports Group. I do know the co-owners of the group. They're very nice gentlemen, and it's a great team, so just a little shout out to them guys as we seen Devlin come out on track. It looked like he popped back in there, so maybe it wasn't his time to go yet, but nope, now it's his time to go, so he is going to come out on track here. And he had, what, I think we seen a 38 out of this driver yesterday here on this particular track in day 1 of qualifying. I'm fantastic, Riley. How are you today, my friend?
Nice looking livery he's got there.
And I think Tattooed Freak may be having an issue getting into the lobby potentially. I'm not sure.
He was in here, and then I seen him back out, so there may be an issue there, for sure.
He may have messaged me on Discord. Maybe I should take a peek. Let's go take a little look-sees.
Looking really quick through that section, y'all.
I don't know. It's alright. There is going to be other time slots available for these drivers, of course, after to this weekend. The point of this weekend was just to get the majority of our field qualified live on stream, let you guys come and check out the drivers that are running this season, let you come and check out the pace that we're going to expect to see this season. Of course, we are throwing in these fun little sprint races at the end of each little qualifying run. Kilt coming in with like the quadruple share too. You legend. Much love, my guy. Appreciate you. So yeah, after all these drivers have finished their qualifying runs here on Deep Forest, we'll do a little sprint race, and it looks like it's going to be a big grid, so this should be a pretty juicy sprint race. And then that's just to ease the pressure, let these guys have a little bit of fun, give you a little bit of an idea of what kind of racing we can see coming into January in the 2023 season. And I'm excited. I was already excited before this started for the qualifiers this weekend, but seeing all the new faces and new registered drivers coming in here over the last couple days has got me even more excited now for what we're going to see here this season. So pretty spectacular to see the growth and just the hype and everybody just wanting to race and have some fun. So we love to see it here, absolutely. And Devlin coming out, he's looking much better here today, so it looks like he's put in a little bit of work here overnight as well. He was a little bit shaky around Deep Forest here when he tried yesterday, so he looks much more crisp and smooth and clean here today around the racetrack. So we should see an improvement on what we saw yesterday. If I had to guess, ladies and gentlemen, I believe it was a 138 mid that we seen out of him yesterday here. So expecting to see some 37s, maybe some 36s from this driver.
Yeah, he is looking pretty smooth.
I've been able to run him with this driver for quite some time over the last few months, and I've raced right door to door with this gentleman, and yeah, he's a lot of fun to race against. So
This is the corner here. Looks like he got a pretty clean exit out of it.
yeah, absolutely. I think
That.
he gave a little bit up there. He could have floated that car out a little bit more and taken a little bit of that curb. He would have maybe kept a little bit more momentum there, but still going to be pretty respectable time here, I think, for his first lap. It's going to be in about the 40 range here. I got a 39.9.
139.9.
Yeah, so this is about where he was sitting yesterday. His first lap was up there, and then you just seen him just nipping away at it every time around. So we should see much of the same thing here now. Sometimes, again, the safe lap, you know, and that may be exactly what he's done here. He's just put in that time. He's got that safe lap in around the racetrack. Now he's going to try and beat it. That's it. Make a mistake, it's okay. I got a safe lap there. He has the time registered already from yesterday as well. So, I mean, you know, this is just to try and improve on that at this point. Right now, 2/10 up. So, putting him in about the 39.7 range here as he's coming around.
Yeah, that's just it, Joe. Put down a safe lap and then chip away at that lap time each and every lap after that. Push a little bit more and a little bit more, and find your limit without overextending yours and the car's capabilities.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well said. Very well said. And he's calm, he's patient, he's very crisp behind the wheel. He's 3/10 up now, so he's definitely chipping away. He really does need to really nail this corner. He can really make up some time here, right here, if he gets this just right. And again,
this is
just
a very important corner.
not quite using all the racetrack at his disposal on entry and exit. He really is leaving a good solid half a second behind still in that corner, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You know, he's comfortable right now. He's driving the line he's comfortable with, and you can't take that away from a driver either. So, but he's looking good. Let's see. This should be an improvement. We should see a low 39, maybe dipping into the 38. It's going to be a low 39 here, 39.4.
Yep. That's what I've got, yeah. Yeah, and indeed, every racer has slightly different lines, slightly different braking and accelerating points, and in the different line, that's what you get. You get, you'll find that you can brake just slightly later, or get on the gas slightly earlier, depending on the line that you feel most comfortable with, and that's where you're going to put in your best times, is where you feel comfortable. It's not necessarily somebody else's line.
So only down 3/100ths through the first sector here around the track. I actually thought he was having a really nice clean sector there, but he just had one little slide, and I think that's where he just lost that little bit of time. But very even par with that second or third lap there so far. We'll have to see what happens here as he comes across that next timing line, but he had a much cleaner, efficient left-hand hairpin there as well, so he should get a good run coming up through the tunnel here. And then right when we get into that next tunnel, we'll see where his time is at here. So it does look like an improvement, and it is 0.3 of a second up, so he is going to be dipping into these 38s here now, I think. And again, this corner really is going to make or break what happens at the end of this lap here now. He went in really deep under the braking this time. Let's see if he can get the rotation out of the car. That was a great exit right there. And a little bit of a miscue from him actually got him around that corner faster. So he may have just learned something right there, chat.
Right.
He carried some great momentum around the corner there. And he should definitely dip into the 38s here, I think.
It looks like you're correct.
Oh, it's going to be so close. Oh, 39.3. So losing just a little bit of time there. He's got one more crack at it here, chat. I believe it was a 138.8 we seen yesterday, if my memory serves me correctly. Not sure how I can remember that.
On the lap, though, so he is still bettering each time around. He's gotten a little bit faster lap, so that's always good to see.
And he's got some really good teammates there too as well. This is a driver from Belgium, ladies and gentlemen. Belgian flag there up on his name. But some of his teammates that he races with there are very quick drivers as well. So he's definitely got some good assistance there with his team back over at Ice Racing Team, Ice Esports Group there. It does say Icer Devil, and that is what they used to be called, was Icer, but they decided to rebrand to not limit themselves to just racing content. Of course, they also do other things as well as in the group and an organization, so they rebranded to, of course, just reflect that they're not just exclusive to racing. So, but racing is a big part of what they do over there at Ice Racing Group, an Australian group, and really just really great group over there.
Yeah, I've definitely have taken recognition to quite a lot of the drivers are very fast. Renegade, for one, he is quite quick.
Absolutely, he is one of the. He is co-owner of ICE Esports organization. Actually, it's funny you mentioned his name. He is the co-owner, of course, with Icers. Benjo, as some of you may know him as, or Ben Blaker. So yeah, a great group of guys. They really are. And I think he's going to lose time on this lap. 139.521. I thought so. We seen him with that slide coming out of the final hairpin there. That definitely cost him his time, but it was a good solid run from Devlin. I hope it wasn't faster than what he had yesterday, but it was definitely a lot more consistent. So already an improvement in my opinion here, as far as what we've seen from Devlin here on Deep Forest compared from yesterday. Sadly, I got to run, but have a good one. Catch you all again soon. Hey, we love you, Kilty. Much love, my dude.
SPG Type R on track now. I have had the privilege of seeing this man race a time or two, and if I recall correctly, he is quite fast also.
He's been on the verge of that pro division bubble here at the GTRC, I think, for a couple of seasons now. But he is going to have to work for it today if he wants it, I think. I honestly think he was one of these drivers that may have been comfortable with where his time was sitting as a high-end pro-am here. But we've seen a lot of quick times get put down on the racetracks here over the weekend. So I think he's going to come in and take a run at this and try to see if he can improve on his time a little bit to just ensure placement, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, right now we had 31 registered drivers before we started qualifying yesterday. That already puts us over 2 lobbies with an extra driver. We've had at least half a dozen new faces jump into the Discord yesterday alone, and they're still joining in here this morning. So we could potentially see a 3rd lobby out of this series here as well. And this is a sponsored series, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting series, that is for sure. These guys have prizes, so there's going to be a lot to race for these guys this season.
Yeah, he's showing some really great lines right now. Looking like this is going to be a pretty quick lap.
A little history about the GTRC too, ladies and gentlemen. And I mean, these guys will correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, this is just a group of friends that kind of started, you know, the GTRC racing community to race together, you know, on weekends and just have some fun. And then they started developing little leagues, and then the community started to grow, and they've been running sim racing leagues here for probably a couple of solid years now, ladies and gentlemen. Tatiana was doing their commentary for them for a while. She reached out to me because she was unable to continue commentating for him, and asked if I could come in and take over her spot, and we did so, and here we are today, a little over a year later now with the GTRC, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun working with this group. They're a super cool, chill group of people. The community's fantastic, and it got a little influx of people here over the last few days. So the family has definitely grown a little bit. We love to see it, and welcome into everybody who's become a member. So what we got there? 138.964 from Type R. All right, so a good starting point here from this driver, and I'm just going to make sure that is what I'm seeing. That is what I'm seeing.
I'm switching drivers here.
Yeah, 38.74. Yeah, okay. Fantastic. So that's a nice little hack. So there you go, chat. We just figured out the live timing spectator hack thanks to Doug Barrow. I appreciate that.
Indeed.
It's all about workarounds here, so...
Figure it out on the fly.
And I mean, this man right here, Type R, kind of holds a small little special place in my heart, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because you can see the number on the side of that car right there. You know, he's got the boy's number. You know, I just can't help but to love him a little extra.
Nice and smooth around that corner.
He is. He's having some really nice laps here. He's a really consistent driver. He's a pretty patient driver. Again, you know,
he's where it's at too. We know that
he likes good, clean league racing, but I've never really seen him be like, you know, be that fierce competitive edge kind of guy, right? He just enjoys being on track with his buddies and racing and having a good time and having good, clean racing. But you know, when you start seeing competition coming in and you start seeing things develop, some of these guys start to gain a different attitude, and you know, maybe we're going to see this man be a little extra spicy this season. I'd love to see that of Type R. So yeah, out here qualifying today, which is beautiful. I'm glad to see it. That some of these guys are opting not to just sit on their times and come out and see if they can do better.
A low 138 looks like.
Ooh, very low 138. Good call by Nolander there, and I'm seeing a 38.163 on the screen. I did have to switch again, but very good time here. So he is improving. He's almost got himself into those 37s.
Yeah,
So
and he's still got this lap and another to go, so we may very well see even a mid 137s perhaps.
absolutely, he's looking pretty good. He did make a little bobble coming into that second corner there, though. Probably going to cost him a little bit of time. We'll see how much. He's down 2/10 here, so it cost him.
Good speed right there, though.
Cost him a little bit more time than I would have thought there, but that little wiggle definitely cost him some momentum. So momentum is everything, of course, in racing. We all know that, ladies and gentlemen. But controlled momentum, of course.
Indeed.
And going late on the brakes here too, so you're really getting that rear end to work for this MX-5. And I mean, having that rear end of these cars come out just a little bit on you does help rotate these cars quite quickly around the corners. So you see them really taking advantage of that little quirk of these MX-5s here. As you went around that hairpin there, you kind of just let that rear end carry the car around the corner, and then you just smashed back on the gas and got a great exit. So
2/1000ths of a second down off his best time. If he can nail this last corner, he'll get a better time again.
let's see what he does here. You got a great apex there, and he takes a pretty good exit, so he should get a good run here.
Yeah,
it was a pretty nice corner. We'll give that a 8.5 out of 10 on the final corner there. That was executed quite well.
I do think this last time around was a little bit better on that final corner, but we'll see here real shortly. Like I said, he was only 2/1000ths of a second down.
Very
Indeed,
nice
better
time.
better
Very nice time there.
137.9. So well done to Type R there.
And I mean,
One more lap to go, and we'll see if you can better that again and perhaps dip into that mid 137s, which would give him a pretty good starting position from what we're seeing so far.
and you're not mistaken right there. That was very well said. He's looking very good today here. I'm very happy to see what we got
He's
rolling.
up a half a second too. He's moving.
Well, if he can keep this pace up and he can keep ticking away a little bit of time on each corner here, we could potentially see him dip into the 36s, chat. And I think that would be, if he hit a 36 here, I think that would make his day today, Chad. I know this driver a little bit. He's a very humble driver as well. He's a very well soft-spoken gentleman, and a 36 would totally make this guy's day, without a question of a doubt. And I know that the admin team is rooting for him here too. You know, these guys are all close friends, so he's lost a little bit. 3/10 up still. If he can really nail this corner.
Final corner right here, yeah.
And he didn't take, what we are seeing is some of these guys are not.
Good exit.
Some of these guys aren't taking advantage of all that curbing coming in on entry. They're turning in a little early, and that is really costing some of these drivers a lot of time around that final corner.
I think we're going to see the mid 137s.
I agree. We're at a 34 split. It's going to be really close to the time he has now. He did lose some time in that final corner. It was 37.5. Fantastic stuff here by Type R, ladies and gentlemen. Very thrilled for Type R here. Very good time for him. He definitely had the potential to drop a 36 there, but great improvement. That's some good driving there by Type R, ladies and gentlemen. That's definitely going to put him up towards that very top end of the Pro-Am, maybe even the back end of Pro. It's hard to say, ladies and gentlemen. Really hard to say.
He's out on track now. That is a fantastic looking livery as well there.
Absolutely, and he didn't have the greatest run yesterday either. I don't know if he got into under the 40s. I think his best lap was a 40 around the track here yesterday, so he's definitely going to be looking to do some improving here today. And again, just another driver that has a little extra time to practice here and come and give it another crack today. So we want the drivers to be showing their proper pace on the racetrack, right, ladies and gentlemen? So that's why we're giving them a couple extra opportunities here, especially our new entries, to take enough time to familiarize themselves with the combinations for qualifying, get a little bit of time and get comfortable around it, and give us some proper lap times, right? So yeah, we want to just make sure that the divisions are properly placed and everything is good racing through the divisions. So
first corner.
He's looking really good here today, though. So
yeah, he's putting down a good lap thus far.
Let's see where he's at here. I've been kind of keeping my eye on the timing splits from some of the faster drivers to some of our average pace drivers here, and yeah, I think he could be very well looking at a very good starting lap here. We'll see what he.
Indeed, he's got some really crisp, clean lines.
not hearing a whole lot of tire squeal, but I don't have my game audio headset on, so actually don't really hear too much of what's going on as far as the game sounds goes. But
I don't.
he's looking pretty good here.
Indeed. Yo, Mr. Bradley Helm coming in with a like on the stream. I appreciate you, my guy. Hope that all is well with you and yours. Thank you kindly for being here. Hope you're enjoying the show. We've got some really quick drivers, guys. We've had like, what are we on? Driver 7 or 8 now?
I believe it's 8, if I'm not mistaken.
I was thinking. I think we're on 8, and as you can see, y'all, Miss Devious laying down the bomb time right there with a 1:35.5. Unfortunately, Chip has just picked himself up a half-second penalty, but he will put that to the back of his mind and push on.
Alright, I'm just talking to one of our drivers that just registered here this morning here. No rush, my guy. Freak, my guy, it's all good, brother. If you're not ready to do it today, there'll be other lobbies up throughout the week as well, my man. Take your time. No rush.
Well, and he's still got a few hours left. He could get some practice in and potentially come in and put down a time, and then, you know, I'm sure there would be willing to let him put in another time afterwards after a little bit more practice.
Absolutely, yeah. We're definitely not too panicked here. We have lots of time before the season starts to get everybody properly tested. So we'll have a good idea of where our splits are sitting here after today. Where are we at with Chip here? 139.9. Is that correct? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, it's 139.904 is
So
what I'm
very
saying.
good lap here from Chip today to start off today. So already improved on his time yesterday. So the rest of these are freebies for him now. He can really push the envelope if he really wants to here. So just bear with me, Chad. I'm just downloading some graphics for my broadcast here in a little bit. They just popped in from my guys. So just sit tight. Nolander has definitely got things under control here while we take care of this.
Good line around the final corner. So that half-second penalty being where it's at, y'all, really doesn't slow these drivers down too much for their next lap. They have plenty of time to regain that speed coming down this really long straight and very fast swooping curves prior to the long straight. So even with that half-second penalty, he did pick up 1/10 of a second, y'all. So that tells you right there about the kind of pace that he was putting in previous to having to serve that half-second penalty. He's showing some really good, clean lines right now, for sure.
Absolutely, he looks much more solid than he did yesterday. He looks more comfortable behind the wheel of the car here today. He looks more comfortable on the track today. And I mean, he's a second. I'm pretty sure a second faster than his time yesterday already. So already showing some great improvement here from Chip
Oh, and I'd
Reese.
say he's a second faster than his last time already too, right now.
And he's looking really solid out there. He's got some good lines. So
Yeah, I'm gonna guess he's already a second up on that last time. We're about to find out.
he is a 10th,
Oh,
1.5
goes up,
tenths.
not a
Yeah,
second.
yeah, absolutely. See what he can do here.
Nail this final corner and perhaps pick up another half second here.
You can tell the difference between our experience and our still learning drivers here, chat, in that final corner. Every time these guys come around, you see the still learning drivers, a little more inexperienced drivers, whatever the case may be for each driver, really taking an early entry into the apex of that final hard left-hander. And really, you need to ride that curb almost to the end of the curb and then make your turn into that corner.
Look at that.
So
He really hit that final turn because he is 1.2 seconds up on
He did.
his fastest lap.
He
So
did.
he's got a 138.5 right now. Very
has,
good. Very good lap for
it
Mr.
just-
Chip Reese.
just imagine if he utilizes that whole racetrack around that final corner. He can grab easily another
Right.
half second there yet. So great times from Chip Reese here. Oh, and you know what? That is all right, man. He made that mistake there, but I don't think he's going to be too disappointed with what times he's seen here today. That's some great times here from Chip today. So really good to see it. I mean, that just puts him right in the middle of that crazy mix of that Pro-Am lobby right now. The division is going to be crazy tight. We're talking the thousandths of a second, hundreds of a second difference between some of these drivers, and he has just plunked himself right in the middle of all that with that time. So that was some great improvement. Great improvement here from Chip today. Good day's winner circle. Can hardly hear Nolander. Well, now you can hardly hear Nolander.
Hey, John, so this is qualifying for the GTRC for the 2023 season beginning January 7th. Is that correct, Mr. GT?
January 14th.
January 14th.
And they're qualifying for a GT4 season. Don't let the MX-5s fool you, chat. This is just a car that we use for our pace testing here at the GTRC. Alright, so Chip is going to finish up his lap here. We know this lap isn't going to be better than what he had there. We've seen that wicked wipeout there coming into turn 3. But again, I think that he's probably going to be pretty darn happy with what he's put down here today. That was a massive improvement from yesterday. In overall 3-second, maybe a little more improvement from his time on yesterday in qualifying. So that was a very big improvement here for Chip. So
wow, yeah,
great stuff here.
Very well done.
You can see VPR Racing Team there as well. Victory Pace Racing, ladies and gentlemen, is what that does stand for. And I told you, I know a lot about a lot of these drivers. So perks of the job.
Apex's Tattooed Freak out on the track. Very nice, clean looking livery there. They always have really nice liveries.
10-4, Joe. Of course. Is he out on track? Oh, he's going to give her anyways, eh? All right, so Apex Racing's Tattooed Freak, ladies and gentlemen. This guy here is the head. He's the main man. He's the guy who started Apex Racing Team long time ago. Of course, he's got a great team of guys behind him now helping him run things over there at Apex Sim Racing. But this is the man behind Apex Sim Racing here. And he's already got an Apex livery on this car, and I'm not that surprised, chat. I'm really not that surprised.
And I can tell you, chat, I have raced in leagues with Tattooed Freak before, and I can tell you from experience, he is quite fast. Very good racer, y'all. So look for some quite impressive times for this gentleman. I'm going to guess.
This guy's already meeting all the livery requirements. He is on the ball, chat.
I'm going to guess 130, mid 136s.
We'll see. He's just gotten his brand new Fanatec DD Pro. This is the first time he's actually driven on it, so we don't know what to expect out of him here today, actually.
Yeah, we could expect improvements, or we could expect a learning curve. Either way is possible.
And, you know, we're going to talk a little bit more about Apex Racing. Maybe not about what's happening, but maybe in the new year. You know, here at GT45 Gaming, we really take pride in our community, giving back to our communities, whether it be our real-life communities or our virtual community here. So with that being said, Apex Racing has really stepped up, and they're going above and beyond this season to do some pretty awesome things for a couple of the guys in the team here this year. And that's all I'm going to say about it for now. But once everything is kind of all on the way and said and done and signed, sealed, and delivered, chat, we're going to bring these guys in and we're going to have them come in for a special little broadcast. In the new year I'm gonna do a broadcast, and we're gonna bring in some people that have kind of gone above and beyond last year for the community, and we're gonna sit down, we're gonna talk to them, and just have a fun little, 1 hour, 2 hour quote unquote podcast session on Facebook and YouTube here on the stream, and just talk to these guys and let them give you the reasoning why they're doing these things and what made them come up with these ideas. And it's just to show the community that there is more to us just being a bunch of boys behind the wheels of a race car, and in this case a bunch of boys and girls behind the wheels of race cars. Of course, with Miss
exit around that final corner,
with Miss Devious still holding down the fastest lap on track. She was the first driver out here too today, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's been able to take that lap from her. So,
and that was her first lap too. She nailed that.
Absolutely.
Her first lap, she flat nailed it. Here we go.
What's he gonna put in?
Mid 136, as I called it.
So 136.5 from Tattooed Freak, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Chad, like no practice. He's just set up his DD Pro. He's probably just got this thing up in his rig. He's probably just getting used to these pedals and everything that's going on with this thing, and he just comes in and just slaps down the 36.5. Like, meh, I got this.
Yeah,
Straight up.
His first laps. on these pedals and wheels.
Straight up.
Yeah, we were just thinking about that. Yeah. And I seriously wouldn't doubt to see him get that down to the low 136s, if not into the upper level of the 135s too. Again, like I said, Tattoo Freak is rather fast, guys. So,
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen,
watch
here
out for
we
this
go.
guy.
We have got some fierce competition coming into the season this year. This is going to be
That
fantastic.
was a great corner. Really
They've got a
carried.
penalty for that.
So
that was
did,
too good. That's too good.
So did,
Oh,
I can't remember now.
I've opted out of quali today. After this, we're going to have a couple of minutes for the boys to wind down because everybody's been very respectful during the quali, which I'm really happy about. It's been quiet, it's been respectful. People are letting people concentrate. It's gone smoothly. We've had on and off the circuit smoothly, no real problems. You know, so you guys know we're going to have a couple of minutes of the people who've been sitting and waiting to get out there and just get back into the flow.
Absolutely.
For us all to take the mickey out of each other, you know, for like we like to do for like a couple of minutes or so, and then we're going to smash out a little 5-lap race, which I will be starting from the back because I've not set a quali. So for me, it's going to be interesting to see how I manage to progress in 5 laps. If I manage to progress, the guys have got a lot quicker. Seen great improvement from Simon, which is nice. Type R.
You know, that's funny. We were talking about that when Simon was out on
Chips
track.
improved.
Type
Devlin
R,
was
ladies and
quicker.
gentlemen. We were saying that you guys, especially, you know, yourself and Hair Razor, were really going to be rooting for Type R as he was going around, and he looked really good, Doug. He looked very good on track today.
He's just got to start using his left foot for his braking.
So, and
He's
Chip
driving
coming in.
fluid.
Chip improved by, what, 3 seconds on his
Oh
time
yeah, Chip
put in
was, like I
yesterday.
said, yeah, Chip was great. Yeah, he looked so much smoother. Devlin looked so much smoother than yesterday. It looked like it just, that was close. Oh, that might be.
yeah, Tattoo is on the move. He is really pushing this car to its limits.
Oh, I can't imagine the expressions on this gentleman's face right now. I'm just picturing this in my mind, ladies and
He's having
gentlemen.
fun.
I know Tattooed on a personal level here, so yeah, no, he's giddy like a schoolgirl right now. I can guarantee it. And he's probably got a smoke hanging out of his mouth.
Barely down right now by 25 thousandths of a second.
He has probably got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth too.
This last corner, really good.
See, for me on that corner, what
Yeah,
I'm
it
seeing
does.
is a lot of people are just trying to run in with a little bit too much speed. So they're having to run really wide. That's what I see on that corner. That's one of the corners. This track isn't a good track for me, but that's one of the corners where you need to be
We're gonna
slightly
see a
later coming
36
in,
here.
take it slightly tighter and accelerate out sooner. I think that's where I'm seeing a lot of problems.
So 36.5.
Final lap here for Tattooed Freak to see if he can beat that 136.5. Really great time on his first official lap.
I gotta
We'll
tell
see
you,
how
Funny
he-
how that works, isn't it? It's
Uh,
usually the first lap, and after that you're chasing it, and that's what causes you to overdrive, chasing that
you
first lap.
push, yeah, you're trying to push to beat that last lap, and so you push just a little bit extra hard, which you can tell he's doing right now as he kind
Yeah,
of
he's over pushed that corner.
Yeah, he did. He four-wheel drifted into that corner just a little bit, which
But this
Yeah,
car
I
likes
know.
to do that as well. That's the fun of this car. It likes to be
Yeah,
a little
it
bit
does.
playful.
yeah, but I mean,
I've not met a single person that doesn't like driving it, you know.
he is using all of the racetrack available
that's
to
a
him
penalty.
here.
If that's not, I'm going to scream blue murder. Yay, thank God. Somebody else that can get a penalty on that corner other than just me.
Yeah, he went pretty deep into that corner there for this little car, so the track official's definitely
Yeah, he
saying no,
was
too
flat
much.
cruising, too.
He was
I mean,
on a lap.
You could have fitted a car between mine and his car where I'd have picked up the penalty, but at least somebody else picked up the penalty there.
That's the way you take that final corner right there. He just
That's it. That's the one. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Oh, you
Come in
Yeah,
slightly
he
late,
nailed that corner.
get out early.
And that's the experience of Tattooed Freak behind the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. He's a very quick race car driver, and that's just, again, the difference between the experienced and the inexperienced drivers in that final corner, and he's going to make a ton of time up there. But that out-second penalty is going to kill the lap here for him, unfortunately, so...
Guys, I'm popping off. Back
All right.
later.
All right, so we're going to have a short little break here, chat, for these guys. They're going to, you know, trash talk and do what they do in the chat, and then we'll see a little sprint race from all the drivers, and then we'll probably be heading over to Watkins Glen from that point for part 2 of the qualifying for all the drivers here today. All right, fantastic. All right, Nolander, I'll leave you to your stream here for a couple of minutes, my guy. I'm just going to hit that mic off button for a couple minutes. And I think I need to go use the little boys' room actually. So a couple minute break, and then we'll see a 5 lap sprint race. So I will touch base with you after the sprint race. Enjoy commentating that sprint race, my guy.
Absolutely, my guy. We'll chat with you here real soon. And all right, my guys and gals out there, how we all doing today? Hope y'all are well, having an absolutely blessed day. Hope that you are enjoying the show here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's head back over to our discussion screen here. And so far, that was a lot of drivers. I think that was 11 drivers we qualified here so far this morning. We're about an hour and a half into qualifying. So what we'll see now is just a short little break, and then we're going to see these guys jump out on track. They're going to have a little fun race, 5-lap sprint race here around Deep Forest. And of course, we'll commentate that to you guys here. We're going to let Nolander commentate it on his end. We'll commentate it on my end. And then we'll jump back into the booth with Nolander after the sprint race. At that point, we'll see these guys switch the track to Watkins Glen, and we'll do part 2 of each of these drivers qualifying, and then rinse and repeat. So by that point, of course, we'll be heading offline here at GT45 Gaming. We'll let Nolander Gaming take the helm from there and send off qualifying here on this great Sunday afternoon. And then we got to, of course, get ready to head over for a different commentary at 7 o'clock Eastern time here. So give me 1 second. I need to use the little boys' room. I'll be right back, chat. I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we back. Sounds like he's a tunnel on his stream. Sounds great, though. Yeah, we just got his new audio setup worked out, so it's going to take a little while for us to get that fine-tuned in there, Joe. But yeah, I know for sure. I'm glad that he's all kicking it. Yo, what tires can we use for qualifying softs? Chip is last and 5-lap race coming up. He has a new wheel, first time out with it. Hey, we're finally getting some updated comments. Fantastic. Jeepers creepers. We're just not seeing half of our stuff here today, unfortunately, as far as comments and that goes. So if I've missed a comment or an alert, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. That's definitely on my end. My streaming software is just not connecting to the alert system very well right now. But yeah, these guys are just out. They're going to run some laps here, and then we'll see some sprint racing. All right, so we're what, hour 25 minutes into qualifying here on day 2. The lobby is open for 4 hours or until the officials decide to close it at that point. It is pretty late for the officials at that point at night, so it'll probably close in a 4-hour time window. Again, I'm only going to be live for 3 hours of the full 4 hours here today, ladies and gentlemen. I will be shutting the broadcast down in about an hour and a half's time to get prepared for, of course, another commentary for another league. So. Nolander Gaming will take out the rest of the GTRC qualifying from there, ladies and gentlemen. So, much love. If you want to see the end of qualifying, you make sure you go head over to Nolander Gaming there, and you'll be able to tune in from there, and he'll bring it home for everybody. So. We're messing around with a few things, some different audio stuff here as well. Here we're just kind of, again, getting ready for the next upcoming season here as far as audios and broadcasting goes and all this stuff. Lobbies starting to look pretty good, chat. You gotta say, you know, not a whole lot of... Here, let me remove some stuff here for a second. Boop. There we go. What's up, chat? How we all doing? We'll let you see me here for a second since we're just chilling and hanging out. Got the old Blue Jays cap on. Oh yeah, proudly Canadian. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, the lobbies since the update here on the 15th seem to be in better condition. I'm starting to hear that if you're having teleporting issues, ladies and gentlemen, some of our racers are having their screen just freeze, and then all of a sudden they're behind another driver when they're racing. If you're on a Fanatec wheel by chance, go check for a driver update. You're missing a driver update, and that will correct the issue apparently. We've been absolutely straining our brains for almost 3 weeks how to work this issue out, and lo and behold, it turns out to be an equipment issue, not a game issue after all. So, yeah, for those of you that may still be struggling from that issue, if you are a Fanatec wheel user, you go check for a driver update on your PC, and that should correct everything from there for you. So, just a little bit of a heads up there for everybody. We always like to try and relay the information the best we can, obviously. So, yeah. Appreciate all the support. It's been a little bit quiet here so far tonight, but yeah, it's Sunday. Everybody's chilling. Nice times there, Tattoo, too. Looking good on that wheel, buddy. Alright, so drivers have been pretty patient. They've been waiting a long time to get their cars back on track, kind of get back on track and running some laps here. So, yeah, they're going to have a little break here, and then we're going to see these guys kick off a little 5-lap sprinter, and then we'll head over to Watkins and kick off some Watkins Glen qualifying. And then, of course, if other people enter in, they'll continue qualifying the new drivers as well up until a certain time. And then from there on in, you have to stay tuned into the Discord server, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you are entered into the league, it is mandatory that you are part of the Discord server so you can keep up to date with things that are happening. There will be other qualifying sessions available over the next few days as well that Doug Barrow said he'll be around to be able to do for drivers that haven't been able to get in this weekend, and of course for anybody new entering late into the registration process here as well. So yeah, if you can't make it today, it's not the end of the world. You know, don't race home because you think you got a half hour left of qualifying. You just take your time. You know, life happens, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we want everybody to be safe. So, yeah, you know, we want to get everybody qualified in a timely fashion, but we want to do it safely. We want to make sure everybody's safe. So, it is what it is. Real life is real life. And it's the holiday season. We do expect that people are going to be busy. So that's why we're trying to get this done now, as opposed to trying to do it over the holiday break. It's going to be a lot harder to get a larger group of people together over the holiday season with everybody on their plans, Christmas plans, traveling plans, whatever the case may be. So yeah, we won't be doing too much here. We'll probably be live here at GT45 Gaming those days, most likely. But yeah, we'll be hanging out with you guys. Have somewhere for people to go that maybe don't have the family to go hang out with because you live far away, or whatever the case may be. GT45 Gaming will most likely be on racing with some open lobbies for everybody on Christmas Day if they're interested. And again, that's just to be there for people that need somebody to hang out with. We don't do much Christmas celebrating here in the family in a sense, so we take it pretty easy on my side of the family, and it's not just it's just not a thing here anymore for us as we get older. and you know, it's all about the grandkids and all that now, really more than anything. But yeah, as adults, we just do our thing. So quiet Christmas this year, the way we like it. Don't have to travel anywhere, even better. And yeah, we just get to sit at home and relax. That's fantastic. Get to hang out with you guys, most likely. I don't know what we'll play. We might do this. We might do something else. We might. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Play it by ear, chat. Play it by ear. Alright. You can see all the cords. We got this cord here for my microphone. We have to keep it nice and close to get the audio to sound right in the stream here now. So we really do need to order a proper microphone. That is on my priority list of things to do. So we'll have a new microphone coming here in the near future, and then we're going to send this guy down to Nolander Gaming, so he's got a nice, good external microphone for his stream. And yeah, that's what we do, man. Pay it forward, ladies and gentlemen. If we can help somebody else out, get a little step ahead. That's what we try to do here anyways. Not necessarily always be able to do it. Also, with that being said, this guy right here, you can see we're covering it up because the fan's going right now. It's a little bit loud, but Thrustmaster T300 RS sent to us by Apex Racing's Pigums as a gift. Much love to Apex Racing's Pigums. Again, you know, we were just talking about things that the community does for each other. So with that being said, that means there is going to be a Logitech G29 giveaway at some point in time in the near future from GT45 Gaming. We're going to be giving our wheel away to somebody in North America, and that may come with a GT Omega stand as well if it is needed. So here we go, sprint racing time. Let's get back to the big screen. It is going to be Hairraiser to lead everybody out here. So Hairraiser must have went and nipped down Miss Devious's lap there in practice. And he's going to start on pole position. So we are false start. These are real race settings. We got 3 red, 4 red, 5 reds. These guys are waiting. Ooh, long light here tonight. And we are off. And we're racing, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. We're going to jump into the mid-pack here with Tagger and see what happens here. So we got 7 of the drivers on track here. Miss Devious is in the lead. Doug right beside her. We have Method going to look up in the middle. It tucks a little bit under the brake in there. Maybe almost a little contact with Doug there. He's going to stay in 3rd place. Tagger's just going to tuck up in behind him. Oh, Doug's in behind. That must be Hairraiser. We've got Devlin and Type R just in behind here as well. So that would be Hairraiser up in ahead of Method. Sorry, not Doug. They have the same car. Alright, so Miss Devious is in the lead here, and she is under pressure from Hairraiser. We got Method right there in 3rd place, and he's just sitting in behind watching what's happening here right now, assessing the situation. We got Tagger here in 4th place. We've got Doug sitting in 5th here. He didn't put a qualifying time in, so I'd start the back of the pack. We've got Devlin here in 6th, and ooh! Type R making some kind of a mistake there, and that's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. He had such a good qualifying run, but Miss Devious leading the way here, so we're just going to jump out, jump back in, let the camera crews take care of some of the work here. And it doesn't matter, we'll just keep it like this. It's just a little sprinty. So Miss Devious in the lead. We have Hairraiser here. He's challenging in 2nd. He's going to go up the inside here as they're coming into the final corner. But this is a corner that you can hold the outside line on if you get it right. So Miss Devious is going to take a huge entry into here and look for a great exit. And she does get a pretty good run there. Method's going to stay in 3rd. And Tagger getting all out of sorts. Doug's going to move up into 4th place there as he got a little too hard on the throttle. Lost the back end of that MX-5. So unfortunate there for Tagger. But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Icer Devlin here, and he is now up into 5th place with that mistake there from Tagger. We have Doug now right on the back end of Method. Method's holding a half-second track limit penalty. Doug's going to go up the inside coming into the 1st corner, but it looks like Method's got the line on him. Method's going to hold Doug off here in 3rd place for the time being. Again, Method is holding a half-second penalty, so at some point he's going to have to serve that penalty. So he really needs to work on trying to gain some time on Doug here, so Doug doesn't get the too much of a gap on him here once he makes the move with that penalty, unless Doug gets around him here ahead of time. But Doug's just sitting patiently here right now, sitting in behind. It's very tight race in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and Devlin's just in behind there in 5th. So, whew, heady little sprint race here today, chat. Hairraiser in the lead with Miss Devious in 2nd place. Now we have THG Method still holding 3rd place. Doug taking a really short line there, trying to gain some time on Method here, coming into the bridge. And you can see Doug really floating that car out sideways there. And again, these MX-5s, they really do get good rotation if you can get that rear end of the car to slide just the right way for you. And you can see him really utilizing, again, that quirk in these MX-5s. Again, mid-engine rear-wheel drive cars, so they do slide around quite easily in the rear end. So you can use that to your advantage in these cars. And you can see some of these drivers absolutely doing that. Doug getting around Method there for third place after Method had served that penalty there. Really unfortunate there for Method, but back in the fight. Devlin coming around here in 5th place. Tagger in 6th. And Type R is just like, yeah, you know what? This one's not going so well. I'm just going to hang out here. So we have Hair Razor here in 1st place. Miss Devious very close behind in 2nd. Who else do we got on track here? We've got Doug in 3rd now as well. Method chasing in 4th. And again, Devlin right here in 5th. So we'll stick up with these top 5 drivers here as a juicy little battle happening here in the short little race, actually, ladies and gentlemen. So we can't really complain too much about that. I thought we didn't have any audio there, but we do. Okay, I got so many sources going on here. All right. So Hair Razor in the lead. Miss Devious chasing in 2nd. Ooh, got a little bit wrong there. She's going to have to try and close up. She was closing up and then just had that little bit of a oopsies. And that's going to lose just a smidge of time on Hair Razor, so she's got to work that time back up. We got 4th here is Method. And we're starting to see some of our drivers coming into the lobby here now as well. Devlin here in 5th place. We've got Tagger in 6th. We've got Type R. That was an interesting view. Hair Razor here in 1st place, and I'm not sure what the camera crew is doing there, but I don't know. I think we better maybe do a background check on that cameraman. Hair Racer here in 1st place. We got Miss Devious very close behind. She's in that slipstream, and the slipstream is quite strong in these Miatas, even though the slipstream is just on real strength. And these cars do really well under slipstreaming conditions. You'll see the cars really pull close back together under slipstream, and Miss Devious gained a lot of time there. You can see her really taking a wide entry into here, and see if she gets a good run on Hair Razor. Hair Razor got the exit a little bit wrong there, so I got a little bit squeaky, squirrely, a little bit side to side coming out of the corner. Doug also much of the same thing, so Miss Devious may be able to gain on Hair Razor in the lead there. THG's Method here in 4th place, and Devlin's here holding strong at 5th as well. Tagger in 6th. Type R is just, yeah, he's just having a little chat with Barry R there. Hair Razor here in 1st place. He's having a little tea and crumpet break maybe. I'm not sure what's going on there, but ooh, just Devious took a little bit of a look there and just about got into the back end of Hair Razor. So that was super close there, but great driving by these two. And she is just trying to get a way around here. I think this is the last lap as well, so it's really going to come down to it now. Those two have lost the rest of the group here. Oh, what happened here? Hair Razor must have made a mistake as Doug is coming around. No mistake. He just gained some time through that sector, so maybe a little bit of battling happened just up front there, and we just missed it, of course, as we're looking behind, and maybe just gaining some time, having a better corner. I'm not sure what happened there, but Hair Razor and Miss Devious coming around here. We're gonna jump on board with Miss Devious, and she's right in the middle of this Miata sandwich at the moment for the lead here. Hair Razor's about half a tenth, 6/10 of a second up ahead here. She is in 2nd with Doug about the same distance in behind, so about 1.2 seconds from the leader to 3rd place here as we're coming up this straightaway. And just watch how much the cars really start to close up under slipstream here. And Doug losing a little bit out there as Miss Devious is better in the slip than he is. So let's see, and of course she's taking that, using all that corner. Doug looking for a little bit of a tighter line there just to try and close up the distance, and that he most certainly does. He gets a good run there. Miss Devious is going to stay in 2nd behind Hair Razor as we come across the start-finish line here. Some pretty good racing here by the crew so far early on today. Nice little short 5-lap sprint, and this is the usual suspects up front with Miss Devious, newcomer here to the series, right there in 2nd place. And we see yellow flag flashing. That must have been lap 4 or 5 right there. The yellow flag will be for Type R, just chilling on the end there. Doug here in 3rd place. Method coming around in 4th. We have Devlin here in 5th. We've got Tagger here in 6th, and of course, yeah, you know, just having a little moment there. You know, sometimes we just need some time to ourselves, chat. And Type R just chilling there, waiting for the race to finish up here. So Hair Razor still in the lead. Miss Devious still in tow, and Doug Barrow right in behind her as well. So, Miss Devious taking a really tight line there. That looked like she closed her up on the back end of Hair Razor here quite a bit. So, here we go. Ooh, is a good battle between these three, and I'm not too surprised to see the battling like this. Hair Razor and Doug are quite used to racing each other, but now we've got this Miss Devious in the mix here, and she is battling quite hard with these guys. Let's see what she has as we come up this straightaway here. The drivers are running out of time to make the move at this point, so can she get the job done on Hair Razor? Can Doug take advantage of both and maybe leapfrog both for 1st place? We'll have to wait to find out, ladies and gentlemen, but boy oh boy, it's been some pretty good racing here so far in this little 5-lap sprint. So Hairraiser goes defensive. Not too surprised to see that. We got Miss Devious just sticking to the racing line. Doug sticking to the racing line. Miss Devious almost had a cutback opportunity there, but Hairraiser just able to keep it in front through the corner. See Method just coming around there in behind in 4th place as well. So great battling here from these 3 drivers as we're coming around the final corners here. And it is going to be a drag race to the line between potentially Doug and Miss Devious. So you see him pull out. She's going to cover it off. He's going to go out the other side. And oh boy, is this close. It's going to be Miss Devious for 2nd place over Doug Barrow. So some great racing there. Hairraiser is going to take the win here. Miss Devious in 2nd. Doug in 3rd. THG Method's going to come around here in 4th. Devlin's coming around here in 5th place. We got Tagger 2X coming around in 6th place. Type R will finish in 7th as he's having a discussion with Barry R at the end of the final corner here coming around the racetrack. So there we go. Great little sprint race here from our group, and always an interesting one. Always an interesting one. Oh no, he's moved up the track a little bit here now. He's done having that conversation with Barry R. So as you can see, Tagger just coming around here right now. That was pretty good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So good little fun race there from the GTRC community before we go and send it off into our second part of our qualifiers here today. But yeah, that was fun. That was exciting. It looked good.
Qualifying. Oh no, we have somebody has just joined. Just as I said that, somebody had just joined. So we'll see if perhaps there is one more racer that needs to qualify, or if this is just somebody who has jumped in, not realizing. Lucky 7, whether or not he is here for qualifying.
I believe he is a late registrant yesterday when we started qualifying in the live stream, so I do believe that he is a registered driver, and do believe he does need to...
We got some clarification from Mr. GT45. Welcome back, buddy.
Hey, welcome. A great little sprint race there. I'm not sure what Type R and Barry R were having a discussion about there during that race, but it sure looked like it was a pretty lengthy discussion. So hopefully...
I think it was pretty heated conversation there.
Hopefully those two have that sorted out with each other here, and we'll move on to Watkins Glen here for the second part of our qualifier. So yeah, that was interesting. That was an interesting little sprint race. That was some great racing up front there by the top 4. Method falling a little bit off the pace there at the end, but great battle between the 3 podium drivers there with Miss Devious, Hairraiser, and Doug Barrow, of course. So just a little taste, chat. That's just a little taste of what we can expect to see come 2023 for these guys and gals in the GT4 Championship season upcoming. So it's gonna be some good racing. I'm excited. I was already excited. I am like extra uber excited now. And you know, the pro division is gonna be fun, but I think that the pro am division is where it's gonna be at this season. The times are gonna be so tight and so crazy close. I think you got your hands full in that division this season, my friend. I think those boys are gonna absolutely put on a show down there in that pro am.
Always up to a challenge.
I can't wait to see what the timing list is. Once these guys get all that sorted out, it's going to be some crazy tight times.
Right. So we do see here that during that little sprint race, Doug Barrow able to put down a 1:35.6. And ladies and gentlemen, that is just 1/10 of a second off the fastest time for qualifying thus far, done by Miss Devious. So keep our eyes out on this guy, huh?
Miss Devious is going to be a big-time wrench in these guys' program this season, and I got to tell you, that alone just sends tingles down my spine, knowing that she has some
game. You got to make it work for it. That's for dago sure.
She has some game on the racetrack, Chad. It is going to be a lot of fun, without a question of a doubt. I really do hope that this stems up all you lady sim racers out there that are just hanging out hiding, because we want to showcase you. We want to show the world what you guys, what you ladies can do behind the race cars. We know you're out there, so yeah, this is fantastic. It is exciting to see that. The league has welcomed her with open arms as well. She's already a part of the community and the family. She fits right into the group. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far. And again, the family's just growing very quickly this weekend. So we do appreciate everybody who has jumped into the Discord, even if you're just coming to hang out with the community or if you're coming to race. For those of you tuning into the streams and the broadcasts across all the channels here today, we got 2 GT45 channels fired up. We've got 2 Nolander Gaming channels fired up, and we've got the GTRC YouTube fired up as well. So much love to all the viewers out there, no matter where it is you're watching from. We do appreciate it.
Oh, I've just seen we got a Happy Pappy in the lobby. Also, another quite quick racer. And where has he gone to now all
No,
of a
he's
sudden?
still there. He's still there. I think I might be frozen though. I may have to do a hard reset here. So, um,
Well,
I'm just looking at a completely black screen and I can't actually do anything. So that tells me that I need to restart my app. So we're gonna do that. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you know, like I said, we're learning here as league operators as well. We'll flip us over to the chat screen here for a minute. As league operators and broadcasters, we're always learning. We have to find ways to work around whatever is going on within the game, and you know it is what it is. It's the nature of the beast here. We are online. We're victim to the servers. We're victim to our internet connections. We're victim to people literally from all corners of the world being in the same place at the same time, right? And that creates a little bit of lag. Sometimes it creates a little bit of latency. It creates a little bit of what we just saw there, a lobby freezing up for one particular, maybe two people. So no big deal. Refire the game and jump right back in there and go all over again.
okay, that's what it was. He was just switching tracks. So we're now moved to Watkins Glen, y'all.
Yeah, I got locked out. As soon as I left the lobby, it probably freed it up. So
I'm unable to jump into spectating mode or as of yet. Yeah, John, indeed, very good racing between P1 and P3. Yeah, that was a great little teaser of what's going to be taking place.
this
So
moment's been brought
again,
by Tim Hortons. I'm gonna get flagged for
as
that.
Mr. GT45 was saying, so guys, they are qualifying in these Mazdas, but the season will be ran in the GR4s. Interesting, you say. Well, I agree, but this little Mazda is the car that is the most closest to a GR4 category vehicle, but isn't one. So it's one that people probably aren't as used to driving as what they would be in a GR4 car. However, it's like I said, it's very close when it comes to the specs as a GR4 vehicle. So some interesting fun facts for y'all there.
Good old PlayStation 4. Nice long loading times. We're not watching the intro. That'll get us in trouble.
Uh-oh. Host has ended the game. Gonna have to go and look for the lobby again.
Oh yeah. There was definitely a bug or an issue with the lobby. Now, see, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're learning things. Yeah, switching the lobbies, it didn't work out so well for us. It could be due to a number of reasons. We don't know what the exact reason is the cause of these things. But hey, the simple fix is, well, I restart my game, they restart a lobby, and we all do it again.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. All you can do is just shake it off and just work through it. It's
Yeah,
been a
work around the
battle.
workaround, right?
It's been a bit of a battle, but it is
Indeed, it
improving.
has. It is getting much better though. Like no one can deny that from where GT7 has started to where they are at now is worlds apart.
Oh, there is some practice lobbies up for that race right now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy.
That too.
Holy moly.
Oh man, he should have put qualifying only in that lobby title.
It's all good. It's all good.
That's all right. That's all right.
The admins are quite quick on anybody that isn't supposed to be in there, so no big deal.
Right, right.
All right, chat. So we are here presenting on behalf of GTRC community today. Obviously, you guys are quite familiar with that over here at GT45 Gaming. We've been working with the community for a little over a year's time now, maybe even a little bit longer. I think we've done 2.5 or 3 full seasons with these guys now. And yeah, we got a banger of a season coming in 2023. This one is going to be potentially one of the most epic seasons we've seen over here yet, and we're definitely excited about it. So welcome in, everybody. Actually, we're going to give you guys a little fun stuff here for a second on my stream, so just bear with one moment, chat. GTRC, Gran Turismo Racing Community.
Sorry
And
about that, guys.
We're all good, my man. We knew what was
We were
happening.
having people that weren't able to control their cars.
Yeah, it's all good. Again, you know, we're just at the mercy of the game, so we understand. It's no big deal.
See, I'm not sure about Lucky Slevin. That's just 7, it's not Slevin, that's not an L. I'm not sure if he's registered. Chip says he hasn't yet but wants to, so I don't really want them qualifying right now.
I know.
Registered
Yeah,
for the season.
that's my mistake. I thought he was registered, but I could be wrong. Of course.
I don't know. And Bar's not here to confirm. I am going to be running sessions, as I've said, sessions throughout the week for the people, because you're allowed 2 quali sessions, if you know, to get their second session in, or even get their first sessions in. I mean, Hannah was signed up, wasn't she? She hasn't come along yet, so we're losing people from the chat as well, which is weird. I don't know if they're just going because they've run out of time or what. But yeah, so yeah, that's why we had to switch. So sorry about that.
No, all good. We totally get
Tried
it.
resetting the lobby, it didn't solve the problem. We're blaming it on Type R, because it happened to him in the race before he left, and then we could change the lobby. He had frozen our lobby and wasn't letting it change, and then Devious tried to go out and it didn't work, so it's Simon's fault.
Yeah, I got froze up in the lobby. I actually had to restart my app, so it might have been me. It might have been me.
Might be. I'm blame Type R. It's fine.
Blame Type R.
That's what we're all doing.
So on that note, did he have a good discussion with Barry R there? Like, are these two are they okay now?
I hope I'm okay now. Sorry.
No, Type R. We seen him in that sprint race or Deep Forest. He was just having a little.
Yeah, having a chat with Barry R. Yeah,
Yeah.
the French driver. Yeah, no, he had a chat with him. No, he's from Belgium. Sorry, my mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a chat with him, and they made up their differences. They had a bit of a disagreement to start with, but Simon wasn't in that car. He was viewing from Razor.
Oh.
Whilst his car was on circuit, which was weird. So yeah.
That's kind of cool.
You know, it was kind of Kit, but without the ability to drive well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he was Michael Knight for a brief moment, and Kit was broken down. So yeah, that's what happened there.
Stefan, appreciate that like on the screen. Yo, what's
So
going
that's just
on, my guy?
that was probably a precursor sign to the lobby wasn't going to cooperate with us any longer.
Yeah, I was hoping when we reset the room it would sort itself out, but it didn't. It just switched the problem over to someone else. So we've reset again. The session shouldn't take as long because, as you know, it's just 3 laps around here.
Well, that's JL Salas.
I'm hoping people don't join in whilst Delis is on a flying lap, because it will create a glitch and you'll lose a few tenths, which is annoying. It shouldn't still be happening. But it happens. So there is way, as long as everybody's on circuit, I can send someone out as she's on the back straight. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I can say, okay, you go, and it's not going to affect her final lap. Whereas if they join from off track, it affects the lap. So.
All right, what do we have here? 157.156. So that is not the fastest lap we've seen on Watkins Glen so far this weekend, but it's definitely encroaching on it. I think Pigham's put out 56.2, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday. So she's got a little bit of work to do if she wants to grab that lap off TPC's or Apex Racing's Pigham's now. Sorry, pardon me. I'm sorry, Dad, dude. No, but she's very quick. She's a very quick driver. So one more crack at it here from Miss Stevie. She is 3/10 up, so she is in the 56s right now. She can hold this, hold the momentum here around. As we're coming through the bus stop, we got the outer loop right here. You want to grab as much of that inside curve as you can, and then just power through it here as you're coming down through the carousel, ladies and gentlemen. From there, we end up coming into the boot sector, so she's coming around into the laces right now. And driving up the straightaway essentially is called the laces of the boot sector here at Watkins. Then we come in around the toe. This is this really hard corner here around the right hand side, chat. And then from there we'll come up. They don't really have a name for this straight. I call it the sole. It's just another straightaway run. Then we come up into the heel of the boot here right now, another little right-hand semi-hairpin corner, and then we come up what we call the chase, and that's the final couple corners leading into the final turn here, leading us up to the start-finish line around Watkins Glen, ladies and gentlemen. So a little bit of information on corners and what they're called here for everybody out there watching.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Whoa.
This is one of the very few tracks I never forget the corner names, so this one I've got. All right.
I'll have to
So
go over that with you at a later date.
really good exit there. So let's see what she does here.
Great exit. Great exit.
It's going to be a
She lost. Oh, she made up 2 temps.
56.7.
156.7.
So good time there for Miss Devious. Not quite as fast as we've seen around Watkins here, but still very commendable time by Miss Devious here. So great job to her on her first flying laps. Now let's see if anybody else left on the track can crack that lap.
This is a track I excel at. I'm quite good here. I'm just gutted that I'm not doing any quali today.
So method, we don't know what to expect on a method. Again, I raced with this guy. We know he's quick, so he could challenge this lap. We'll have to wait and see, chat.
I hoped for method.
He had a good qualifying on Deep Forest. He had a very good time there for 36.3, so we should expect to see much of the same from him here as well. Definitely going to see at least a 57 out of method. I'll be shocked if we don't. And if we don't, he may not be very happy with himself about it either. So this guy does work really hard.
In that little sprint race they just had, a little 5-lapper sprint race, he was holding his own, just falling quite closely behind in 4th place on that. So just behind the top 3 drivers, and he managed to pick himself up a penalty and slowly just fell back from there. But he was really holding his own.
He's got a good exit here. A little bit off the inside curbing there, compromising it just a smidge, but still looked like he kept a pretty good bit of momentum coming out to start his first lap here. So 151 out lap.
He picked up a bit of understeer going in, so it wouldn't have compromised it too much. That's a great way to take that corner, although he didn't power on early enough. That's a great way to take that first corner. Is a lot of inside curb.
Absolutely, and Watkins is a really quick-flowing technical racetrack. It's technical, but it's a quick kind of technical here at Watkins Glen.
Yeah,
so
it's got a good flow. Yeah, it's got a really good flow to the circuit.
Different kind of racetrack than Deep Forest. Deep Forest has a combination of really slow, tight technical sectors and then some long runs, where this one is just a high-speed sweeping everything. It has a little bit of everything on this corner. It has some hairpins, has some chicanes, and you're just flying. Very rarely do you ever see under 3rd gear in your race car around Watkins Glen. So
that is unfortunate. Nothing, just picking up a 1-second penalty there.
Thankfully, that's not going to kill his entry into his final hot lap here, but it is definitely going to hurt that time for this lap. So he really does need that final lap to be really mean and clean.
Yeah, he's going to have to be spot on this next lap for sure.
And again, the bus stop can make or break your lap here at Watkins Glen. You just see Method here picking up a 1-second penalty. He had a good run through there, but just a little too much track he used up there, and the stewards absolutely dropping the gavel. So
it was the second curb that killed him on that one. He just took that tiny bit too much on the second curb. Tried to straight line it that tiny bit too much, which is that you've got to straight line the bus stop for the first part.
Well, that was a great helicopter view. How much you guys paying that camera crew up there in the chopper? Because they just gave us a great shot.
Yeah, but they don't do it often enough. The amount we pay them, they should be giving us more of those shots. I want to see him chase the whole car around.
There we go. There, we heard it. Helicopter crew, you gotta get to work, man. That was a great angle. That was a great angle. I'd love to see more angles like that from the aerial cam for sure.
Well, here we go. 2-minute flat on that one. Here we go on his final hot lap. We'll see what Method could put down. Looking really good on that first corner. Nice entry and exit.
He definitely used it all that time.
That was only a 2-minute lap because that bus stop spooked him. He slowed down after that a lot because the rest of it didn't look too bad. It looked smooth, it looked clean. It just looks like to try and figure his lines out at a slower pace because it shouldn't have been a 2 minutes off that 1 second.
We'll go into the bus stop again. We'll see how he clears it this time. He's up a half second.
He cooks this bus stop right. He'll be way up. You got a little bit wide there. He should be okay. He should be okay as
He's
far
going to
as
be kicking
penalties.
himself.
Yeah.
He's going to be kicking. But the Mazda, so the chat knows, so everybody out there knows, the Mazda does get really loose entering the bus stop.
Facts.
It's the car's a little bit loose, a little bit playful as it is, but it gets proper loose. It's trying to kill you on the entrance to the bus stop. If you've got even a tiny amount of lock on, or you're still running that brake slightly, it's going to spit you across the circuit, and that's what happened to him there.
He did a great job of keeping it underneath him, though, and avoiding a penalty on exit too. So
oh yeah, definitely, yeah. It's a big catch, that is.
he is definitely
He's
not going to be happy with his qualifying here at Watkins, so that much I can guarantee you. So he was only half a second up there, which means he's only sitting at about 59.5, and then he was only like 300ths down. So yeah, he's not going to be thrilled about how this went here on Watkins for him. But 1.7 now.
He is by 1.7 seconds, may as well call it.
So a little bit of time being made up out of the bus stop incident there, definitely last lap
On the
now.
corner here.
Got a little grass there, which gave him good rotation. That's going to give him a really
Exit.
great exit there, actually. So
Yeah, that's going to be a good time for him.
58.115. So he came through
Yeah.
pretty good there, but I do know that that's still not. I know this driver. He's not happy with that. He's definitely wanted a lowest 57 here.
He's got another session. You know what I mean? This is his first quali session. It's
Yeah, good.
he's got another
That was a
chance
good
to better that. But it's definitely a good finish to that lap.
All right, so we got Lone Ghost out here now. He doesn't quite have as much time to get his head down here at Watkins as he had at Deep Forester earlier. He's only got 2 hot laps here to put down his best time, so he needs to lock it in here on his out lap and just put in 2 good solid laps here. And again, I'm very interested to see what this driver's doing. He's a quite new driver, and he's been working really hard here with the community to learn as much as he can before the season starts. So we definitely got our eyes on this driver. We're always sending extra positive vibes to the new drivers. We want them to do well. We want them to feel good about what they did on the track. So we're definitely excited to see what he can do here. He's looking good so far.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what. It doesn't really matter what level of racer you are. It's always a learning experience every time you get on track, from the pros to the AMs. It doesn't matter. We're all learning every time we get on track, and you get a little bit more comfortable each lap you go around.
I think that final quarter spooked him a little bit there. It almost looked like he let off a little bit there, but let's see what he got. 154 out lap, so not terrible.
No. It's really easy to bottle that last corner, but this guy's been working really hard, and he's come on leaps and bounds. He's not getting lapped as often in other practice races. He's not just diving off the circuit anymore if someone's coming up behind him. You know, if we do a longer race and he has a nightmare, you know, he's not diving off the circuit. But he's not getting in the way. He's doing the right things, you know. Whereas before you'd see him in the dirt most of the time, because he's just right. Someone's coming up behind me, I'll stick it in the wall on the dirt. But he doesn't do that anymore. He keeps going. He keeps going anyway. He's always been a guy that no matter what happened, he'll finish the race, and that's brilliant. We love that. He's just doing so much better.
Absolutely, he's looking really good here. He is looking really good here. I've been watching him quite intently as he's been going around on his first hot lap here, and he's being cautious. He's definitely being cautious, but that cautious is keeping him in pretty decent lines here. So he got a pretty good corner there. He needs to coast this a little bit to get pulled back in. He does a good job there. Did a pretty good job at saving that.
Nice finish.
And you can tell that you can see the inexperience with Lone Ghost still. He's not, taking the wide entry, or he's not utilizing that full racetrack yet.
Yeah.
And that's something that's not easy to pick up as a learning sim racer. That is something that starts to develop as you start to feel comfortable with your driving abilities. So a little bit of contact there. Hopefully he doesn't get a penalty for that. That would be heartbreaking.
He won't get a penalty. He's got damage though.
But yeah, it's gonna compromise his next lap.
We'll see how he nails it.
It's all right. He had a good lap there. It was just that corner messed him up a little bit.
Good, yeah.
He had a pretty good lap
final
there.
quarter for him.
He's going to be over 2 minutes here, but I mean, that was definitely a potential to be a sub 2 minute lap without the contact there. So,
Oh, definitely. The back of the thing is the rear end damage on this Mazda actually takes a lot of effect. The rear end damage is so much harder to keep it under control. Oh, he picked up a penalty. Just as the damage come off, it slung him a bit wide as the damage come off. Oh,
No, I think they gave it to him. I think they let him get away with it here.
So
He would have
too.
picked it up
oh
by
he has
now.
got away with it.
Fantastic. That's good. That's good. I'm good to see that. Good to see the stewards feeling a little festive here today.
I'd have got one for that, but I'm so glad he didn't. You know what I mean?
You know, it was.
Here we go through the bus stop again. He
He
is
is
up
5
half
tenths
10th
up.
of a
All right.
second.
Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, that's a good run. That's a good
Great.
run.
That was a great
Yeah.
bus stop there from
Yeah,
Golden
that was
Ghost.
really, really clean.
I can guarantee you, Miss Devious is pretty excited to hear how he's running here so far today. She's been working really hard with this driver over the last
She's hard on him.
few
She'll
days.
tell him off.
So it's working. I mean, he looks like a different driver compared to what I remember seeing last season. So
Definitely.
he's doing
Definitely.
a fantastic job here today, ladies and gentlemen. 'Cause that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Everybody helping each other out here. So he's looking solid. You can see some confidence building. He doesn't panic under the mistakes. Again, great recovery right there. Great recovery
Oh,
right there.
He-
It's
Nice
unfortunate
save.
that he's up right now. It's unfortunate, but that was a great save there by him. Again, I was just saying he doesn't panic anymore. He just takes it as it comes to him here. He's got dirty tires, so he didn't compensate for the dirty tire factor there. He's probably going to pick the penalty up this time. He got really wide around the corner there, but just yeah.
He's
there
cooking it.
is.
He's trying too hard now. He's
That's
trying too
alright.
hard. He's
That
making
is
mistakes.
alright.
He's fighting.
I mean, at the end of the day, ladies and
He's done
gentlemen,
a great job.
we know that he's the pro-am driver here. Obviously, he's a new driver, but we're always just rooting for these. We're always rooting to see the improvement, and I still see tons of improvement. He didn't get the times probably he wanted to see here today, but a little bit of mistakes, but minor detail. He had a fantastic run at Deep Forest earlier on here, so lots to take away from the experience here today for this driver, and he'll come back bigger and stronger. And I mean, he didn't miss that lap by that much either, with all those mistakes actually. So. Yeah, he's got it in him. He's definitely got it in him, chat. You can see it. So a huge shout out to Lone Ghost, man. You know,
times now on track for his outlap, he nailed that bus stop. Absolutely nailed it.
I don't know much about this driver. I don't know which community he hails from or where he comes from. I know absolutely nothing about this driver, but he looked pretty good at Deep Forest. So let's
Looking pretty good right now, really.
see what he's got here. We love unknown drivers because they always just have lots of surprises for us in the season. That's absolutely fun. So fun.
Not too many.
Nice clean exit.
Right, guys, I've invaded you guys enough for a little while. I'm going to jump back out, see how it's getting on over there. I've got Razor running the list of the order they went out in the first lot. So the order he's written it down is how they're going out this time. So I don't have to keep jumping out to release people. The joy is having a couple of admin running the room. It's nice. It makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, in the other chat, Mr. Fisher Dars in the other chat, but I don't think he's going to be running qualies. He's happy with what he's got. So yeah, so he won't be running qualies, I don't think. But we might see him in the race if he joins. He's got no heating at his house.
Oh, okay,
So he's
gotcha.
frozen. So he just doesn't want to race dressed up like the Michelin Man, you know.
Facts. You need your movement. You need your movement, man. I get it.
Yeah.
So 152 outlap here from Tagger 2X. Not bad outlap there from this driver. About a second off Tattoo Freak's outlap we seen when he came out. So he's looking pretty good here. I think we're going to see some. It's definitely a solid 57 out of this driver for sure. I think here today. See how he navigates. He really does have a great angle through that bus stop.
That was very well done indeed, yeah.
Yeah, sets up that outer loop beautifully. He's on the throttle
Yeah,
already,
he's
sweeping
in there as
wide
well.
into the carousel, coming into the boot sector. He's looking really good here on this lap.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a wiggle under braking there with the car, but not too much there, and then right back out on it. So
It's pretty normal for these Mazdas too. They will get a little sideways on you under braking.
Absolutely. Good way to put it, slideways. I love that. Alright, so coming up the straight here, coming around to the heel sector, and then they're up the chase. So just a few more corners left here for his first time. Let's see what he puts in. I really do feel like this is a good time here. Oh, he goes wide though. That is really unfortunate. That's going to kill his next lap. But let's see what he can do with this one here. Ooh, 1 second too. Ouch.
Second. I
That
think
is a
that's the
tough
first
one.
we've seen on this track with a full second
Uh,
penalty there.
we did see Method with one out of the bus stop there when he went around as well, but definitely not a 1 second from that corner yet. So that's a harsh penalty there. He did
Right.
really go wide there though. So let's see what he does as he comes around here, because his next lap's pretty much chalked for him. So he's really going to come down to this one here, unfortunately, unless he.
157 is looking like, no, 158.7, 158.7.
Not a bad time. Not a bad time.
No, that's fully respectable.
He has only qualified one time though, so he will have another attempt at either of the two tracks or both tracks as well yet before they make it official for him. So he obviously he's not probably going to better this time here with the 1 second penalty, chat. So he's going to slot in with that 158.761 here on Watkins. But again, this is only his first of two attempts here for qualifying, so he does have the option to run it again. So he does have the option to come and improve this time here at Watkins. And if he chooses to at Deep Forest, he had a pretty good time at Deep Forest, so I don't know if he really needs to worry about that time as much. But just an unfortunate series of events here for him, floating wide and coming out of the heel sector here at the racetrack, and they cost him big time here today. So, you know, quality is quality, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it doesn't go your way.
That's what we got, thanks. But as you said, a little bit of insider information for y'all out there. These drivers do get 2 attempts on their qualifying times, and that is 2 attempts on each of the tracks. So, yeah, all is not lost for sure.
No, and I mean, if the officials feel like that a driver just really had a poor qualifying, he just didn't have a good day, or something was off that day, they may allow him to rerun that particular track one more time yet on top of that as well. Again, it's all about properly placing the drivers in the divisions they really do belong in, because we want them all to have fun, have some great competition, and continue coming back every single week to race. So if you have close, tight divisions, then you get all those things just naturally. So yeah, that's what we're looking to do here. We're showing off the driver's skill a little bit, showing off each of the drivers as they go around the racetrack, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So
right, just giving the viewers a little peek into what they're going to be spectating on in the coming weeks here as we enter into the 2023 season for the GTRC guys. So very exciting stuff going on.
These guys are going to come out in the same order they came out in during qualifying on Deep Forest. This Type R, I don't know what happened there to Type R. He just got caught up in the grass coming out of the pit lane there, and it pulled his car into the wall there, but no damage. So, and it's just the outlap, so no big deal here. But he had a really good, solid run at Deep Forest. He definitely improved his time there. So let's see if he can do the same here at Watkins. Now he's running off of his pace qualifier from last season. He's looking to improve that time here today, and he's done a great job of doing so far this in the first part of his qualifying run today. So some of the drivers don't have to requalify if they've already done it for last season. They can opt to sit on their times and roll the dice, so to speak, to hope that that's going to be enough for them to stay where they are, or they do have the option to come and rerun it again and try to improve on what they already have in place. So Type R is one of those drivers that's doing exactly that here this week.
Yeah, boy howdy, I could tell you I would be one for wanting to come in and improve my time. Even if I did have a better time, it's a year later, right? You've got that much more experience under your belt, should be that much more comfortable on the track, which will show on your qualifying time. So
Absolutely.
I'm a bit surprised to see some of the fellers from last season, if they didn't come in and requalify. It would be quite the interesting strategy from my point of view.
Yeah, and I mean, some of these guys, you know, maybe they don't have time to requalify. You know, anything can, you know, it could be a reason as well. But for those that are paying attention, they might be stressing a little bit right now, seeing some of the times that we put down here today.
Yeah.
You know, like we have seen some quick drivers come in here this weekend and push the envelope a little bit, so to speak. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, some of these gentlemen seeing the fastest laps that Miss Devious is putting down, maybe feeling slightly on the side of intimidated.
She's a very confident driver, that's for sure, ladies and gentlemen. But it's a fast
Indeed,
field. She's just,
yeah, and we've seen that. We got a little bit of taste of that on that 5-lap sprint race that they were just in was a
Absolutely.
fantastic race, and it gives you a little bit of an idea as to what these individual racers are like during the race and not just qualifying. So a whole lot of fun to see that.
Absolutely. And ooh, nice entry and exit coming through the bus stop there from Type R. So again, looking very good here on his first lap around Watkins Glen. One that counts too, ladies and gentlemen. His outlap is finished. This one is the first of his 2 counting laps here now. So looking good. Looking good.
Hey, Christopher, appreciate that like and the share on the stream, my guy. Apologies for just now having noticed that. Thank you, welcome, welcome.
Hey, I got Peyton May coming in with the thumbs up, and Stephen Walters coming in with the thumbs up. Waters coming in with the thumbs up as well. My bad, my dude. A little bit earlier there too as well, about 15 minutes ago actually. I must have been in a little boys' room when that one went down.
I would say that's probably about the time for tinkle time.
Absolutely. As we get older, man, it gets harder to not have to use that little boys' room.
Yeah. So here we go. Type R coming into the final 2 corners. We'll see what kind of time he lays down for himself. His outlap being a 155.7. Fairly good outlap for sure. So he is definitely on the move with some nice clean lines. Great entry and exit right there. That was beautiful. This looks like it's going to be a pretty decent time. Yes,
Ooh,
a low 158.041, so darn near breaching the 157 mark. So nice lap there from Type R.
Absolutely, and I'm pretty sure that's an improvement for him on his Watkins time as well. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure on that. So this driver has found some pace since about 6 months ago when we started the last set of seasons. So looking pretty solid out here. Again, you know, one of these drivers is smart. He's been paying attention to what's going on in the Discord. He's been maybe watching the stream. He's been seeing some of these new faces coming in, seeing some of the times these guys are putting down. And he's one of these drivers that's realized, you know what, I better come in and put in a new time.
Did you see that?
That was beautiful.
A fantastic, and he's pulling purples right now, y'all. So he is flat out on the move.
Oh my goodness, and I would love to see Type R take this fastest lap right now, chat. I might scream. Like, seriously, that would be fantastic. This is a Pro-Am driver typically here, the GTRC, and he's pushing that legit time up there right now. That's pretty awesome, chat. I gotta tell you, I'd love to see him steal that.
Hey, good corner there for sure.
He's 5/10 up.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's half second up on his time now.
So we're looking at mid-57 here, and that's very respectable time here. And again, plunking him right in the middle of those super close times in the middle of the field here. So let's see what he's got. Let's see if he can open that up a little more here. Very good entry here. He's going to get a great exit here. He is looking solid this lap, but still up 3/10, so he lost a little bit of time through that final sector there, but still up on his time here. So it's all going to come down to these final 2 corners. It needs such a great exit. He needs to keep the beautiful clip of that apex. That's going to put him out there.
Really
that was a beautiful,
really
beautiful
good
corner there from Type R. And it's going to give him a 57. There it is, 57.761, chat.
761. Well done to Type R. That was good.
Well
good
done.
job.
Very well done to this driver. Super proud of this driver. That's a big improvement for him. He's going to be tickled pink today, Chad. I guarantee you he is one happy camper right now. We got Chip out on track here, and he's been sitting there for a little bit. It is his time to go now. He's got some damage. Alright, so there we go. I think he might have jumped out just a little bit early, and he probably got told to wait, so he's just going to reset, and he's going to go out again. Or is it a different driver? Nope, it is Chip.
Nope.
Alright.
Chip's coming back out on track again, so here we go. This will be Mr. Chip Reese's outlap, so obviously the outlap doesn't count towards your qualifying. What it does do is give you some confidence to go ahead and push, because it's just the outlap, right? So long as you don't pick up a penalty or damage, it's always nice to kind of push the envelope on the outlap.
Absolutely. For me, an outlap is usually just get the tires scrubbed in. If there's tire wear on, I'll use that outlap to push really hard to get some wear into those tires immediately. So hopefully that when I come around a lap or 2 laps later, I've got maximum grip underneath my race car right away.
Nice and smooth around the bus stop there, so well done to Mr. Reese right there. That was really smooth.
He's definitely been working. He's definitely been putting in some work. He looks like a completely different driver today compared to yesterday's qualifying. So that's what it's all about. He's obviously reached out and taken some time to. Nice save. Great job there.
Great line. He just was a couple of millimeters off of a perfect line right there.
And I mean, he's still got good traction into that car, so not even really affecting the tires taking that grass either. He was able to hold that corner quite well. So. It's just going to cost him a little bit of time, but again, it's the outlap, so this is the time for you to find your limits in spots where you haven't found them yet.
Right. Yep. Time to push the envelope. Like I say, as long as you don't get a penalty and mess up your next lap or damage, would obviously mess up your next lap too. So.
All right, great
exit. Really smooth.
That was a great exit coming out of the chase there. So we're coming into the final couple of corners here, and then he's going to be on his official time lap here. So let's see what he's got. He's looked really good here on his out lap.
Nail that corner.
Ooh, a little bit of contact with the wall. That's going to slow him down now a little bit coming up the straightaway here. He manages to avoid the damage there, which is great, but definitely going to slow his exit speed up a little bit. Compromising the start of his first lap a little bit, but lots of track here to make that time back up. So let's see how he goes around here.
A really good line on that first corner there. It seems to have gotten a really good exit out of it as well. So didn't slow him down too awful much. We'll see what happens here as he comes down the straight and getting set up for the bus stop here.
Just a little bit out of the rubber groove there too, so it'll float out a little bit wide there. But let's see how this bus stop goes here. He's looking for a good entry. Going to cut it now, catch a little bit of that. Ooh, caught a lot of that curbing. That was a great entry here, and good line coming through.
Beautifully done.
Now he's got to tuck it in through the outer loop here. He's got to get some of that curb and then just let the car float out wide under throttle, and clip that curb and gone. He's having a fantastic lap here for Chip here, chat. That is for sure. This looks really good here.
Let's go, Chip.
It's fun being a broadcaster for as long as I've been privileged and able to broadcast many of these guys racing in various different leagues and events and things that are happening. It's been a lot of fun watching a lot of these guys progress over their sim racing careers and watch them develop and become the racers they are today. It really is. It's cool. It's a lot of fun.
That is one of the more exciting aspects of racing, is just to watch the racers develop their craft. It's fantastic to see.
It really is. He's looking so good here as we're coming around this first lap. I mean, it's hard to say what it's going to be yet. Once he gets around that final corner, I'll have a little bit of a better estimation. But I don't think he was able to get under 2 minutes. I think if it was a very high 59 yesterday for him at Watkins here. He didn't quite maximize that corner, but got a good exit there.
Nice. Yes, sir. He's looking at a good lap time here. 159s.
Not quite.
2. Just low 2.
All right, so he's definitely got
You have to consider his wall hit at the lap before, at the start of the lap. He was so lucky to not pick up damage and not get a penalty, because you know what this game can be like. You lose time and it goes, well, you've mullered it, let's slow you down some more. So he was so lucky for that. That lap he kept so smooth and so clean. He didn't, and I think that last corner, it was a little bit slow, like you mentioned on the exit, but I think it was just that bowl from what happened the lap before. It's very easily done to just bottle out a little bit on that last corner.
So somebody just jumped into the lobby. I don't know if they belong in the lobby.
A beautiful job by Mr. Chip Reese there on the bus stop. Good exit out of here. It's looking like he's gonna. Yep, good clean exit as well.
He's looking good. He's looking very good today. I'm very proud of Chip today.
Very smooth. Even more so than on DeForest. He's running this track like he belongs here on this track. This day, putting in a good qualifying time thus far. Looks like he's gonna hammer it out on this lap.
That was a great line around that corner for Chip there too. He really held that in around that apex, maximizing his exit.
Oh yeah, near half second up on his time.
He's one of those drivers I'm really looking forward to doing some work with because I think there's so much potential in there. You know what I mean?
There's a ton
Really,
of potential.
really looking forward to driving to helping Chip out and a few others. Just to
exit there.
He's looking good. He's been working. He's been getting his practice in for these here today. Ooh, that's gonna slow him down a little bit, but he didn't hit it too hard, thankfully.
No damage, no penalty, so that's good.
That's
Final quarters here. See if he can nail these and keep that speed up. He was still 0.3 of a second.
He's gonna have slightly dirty tyres, so.
He did a good job there.
I think that's the best line he's done around that corner. Really nice
line.
Come on, keep it under 2. Oh, so close.
Oh.
So close. Still picks up 0.3 of a second on his fastest
I don't
lap.
think he has anything to be upset about there. I think he had a pretty
good
couple set of laps there. It looked clean. It looked crisp. He was on his lines.
He's doing the right thing for what I'd class as a new driver as well. He's not trying to over push through the bus stop. He kept a really good line. Now he could have pushed it a lot more than he did, but he kept that really crisp line. He's making sure he's setting laps. He's doing the right thing. And that's how you build. You get where you are, where you're comfortable. You keep it clean, and then before you know it, you're getting quicker and quicker and quicker.
All right, so we do have.
And those sorts of people are easier to help and train, and brilliant.
Absolutely.
Great stuff from him.
We do have Apex Racing's Tattooed Freak out on track now, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I know this guy quite well. He loves this racetrack, so we'll be looking for a good time from him here today. Even though he's on those new pedals and wheel it, that doesn't seem to be affecting him here apparently today. So. Yeah, I expect to see a pretty good time from Tattooed Freak here around Watkins, as long as he can keep it out of trouble with the penalties here. But he loves this racetrack, so I would expect to see a good time out of him here.
I'm not going to set a time because I don't want to upset anybody, you know what I mean?
That was a great exit. He is going to have
that was a really clean exit. That was a good run for turn 1.
So 151 out lap, comparable with what Miss Devious put down in her first out lap. So
broken into that first corner.
He is definitely on pace here.
Yeah.
Too much slide for that turn 1. He needed to break that tiny bit earlier. Set it. A lot of the things, and I've went through this with you as well, Ghost. There's a lot of these things you do on here. For this track, it's about setting it up just that little bit earlier than you normally would. Because of how flowy and fast the track is and how these cars, like you said, up that little bit earlier, although he's on purple still, great, it's a great run. That little bit of slide would have lost him about a tenth, maybe just over a tenth of a second.
Stop right there.
Boy, look out for Tattooed Freak right now, Chad. This boy is loving his new toy. Woo-hoo.
Good move.
He is cruising today.
Yeah. Oh, great. Using every inch of the track.
Yeah, he's looking real good here. This may be the lap that knocks Miss Devious off that purple perch here today, I think.
That was a great line through there as well.
We're going to have a timing feed come up here real soon.
Yeah, 4 corners
I'm interested to see the split. Where is it? Where's the split? Come on.
It's just around
I feel like I've missed it.
It should be just past
it's coming up right here around the next corner.
30, 31. Ooh, a little bit of a slide there in the front. Had a little push there in the car trying to get into the corner there. That was going to cost him a tiny little bit of time, but let's see what he does here.
Final 2 corners. Let's see. Yep.
Ooh, he didn't. He could have got more speed there yet. So he's definitely still leaving some on that final sector. Good exit.
Definitely.
Great exit though. I
4,
think he's got it, guys.
5, 6. Ooh, 56.9, ladies and gentlemen. So
2/10 of a second down, but he's got this final lap to go.
Yeah, absolutely. He definitely gave it a run there, but he did make a couple of little mistakes in that very end of that second lap there. So they were very subtle, but they definitely were there.
Yeah.
That's all it takes to drop time, just a subtle little mistake. You're not mistaken.
But yeah, I think this guy likes his
I can get
DD Pro.
on this track, though.
It's 3/10 up this time. He is moving through here. Let's see what he can do with this last half of the racetrack.
That's a great bus stop. That's so smooth, so well done.
This is where it cost him his time last time, was right through these final sectors here. So let's see if he can tighten that up and see what he can do coming across the line. Almost 4/10. So
out of there.
That's
Way
nice into there.
smoother
That's a
entry.
perfect line through there. That's the
Yep, that was
perfect
way
line.
smoother entry into that corner. That was well done. I think.
We're getting a clinic on how you drive around Watkins Glen right now. That is for sure, ladies and gentlemen.
That was really nice as well.
And he's still
Oh,
purple.
Lost the
yeah.
10th. He's lost the 10th, but that was that corner he could have just came in, got on the power that little bit sooner, but that's all that was.
Yeah, it was a really good entry. Like you say, I agree. He was just a smidgen of a second late on the power.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what he does as he comes around here, Chad. He's taking a
Oh, that's
really
good.
deep entry. He's going to get a great line through here. And just
I
barely
don't know
up.
how he's losing time compared to last time.
Woo.
I
So
know,
much
right?
cleaner through the corners. So much cleaner through the
Oh,
corners.
and he's going to get
no.
penalized. Oh,
No.
no.
He's just blown it.
No, he's got away with it.
How
He's
did
got
he
away
not
with
get a
it.
penalty?
Can you Adam and Eve it? Oh, my
Oh.
word.
Is it going to be
Did
enough?
he get it?
Ooh, we are talking 5
Second.
100ths of a second, ladies and gentlemen. 5 100ths of a second off Miss Devious. He missed
Keeps you on the
that
corner of
by.
your seat, though, doesn't it? Keeps you on the edge of your seat. Jesus. That
Yeah,
was great.
indeed. Well done. Great qualifying there from Tattooed Freak.
That was a great run there by Tattooed Freak. Boy, I thought he was going to get it there. He really gave it a good run. So 56,
Yeah,
7,
he was
8,
just pushing
3.
too hard, noticing that he had lost a little time in that one sector, and then decided to push it on the next.
Well, I got to race against this guy in about 3.5 hours time, Chad. I am a little terrified right now. I'm not going to lie. Oh boy. We might just have to order 66 Tattooed Freak there to slow him down a little bit. I don't know, chat.
So now Hair Razor's out on track. We'll see what this gentleman can do. He looks really spicy in that little sprint race on Deep Forest.
He's a good driver. He's got lots of pace in him here. Like I said, I haven't really been seeing the pace I know that Hair Razor has throughout the last little bit. But over the last, like I said, the last few days, it seems like it's all of a sudden just kind of clicked back here. And so, yeah, quite interested to see what he's going to do here today. He may challenge that time as well.
Yeah, he very well could. He did take P1 in that little sprint race.
Absolutely, and he definitely had some company with him there throughout that race. So,
Yeah, some fast company.
but again, very quick driver. So, at the end of the day, Hair Razor's he's more about the league and just having good competitive fun racing, and he's definitely got his wish here, I think, this season. So I think he's just going to, no matter what happens, I think a lot of these drivers are really just going to enjoy the season and the competition on the racetrack. So
Yeah, he's on the move too. Oh yeah, good line.
all right, so
Great
his outlap's
exit.
going to be a 50.95 for that outlap. That is the fastest outlap we've seen so far here at Watkins
is.
Glen today. So he is definitely cooking. A little bit of a slide coming into turn one there, and a little bit of slide on exit there as well. May cost him a little bit of time, but we'll have to see where he is once he comes up to this first timing split right before the bus stop here. After the bus stop? I can't remember.
He was well onto the power though, so it might not have slowed him down too much, but that little bit of slide, as we know, generally will lose you out a little time. So he is pulling purples though, so
Absolutely.
he didn't
He's
lose much.
500's up right now on Miss Devious's time.
Man, that was about the best looking bus stop we've seen so far. That was so clean.
And the outer loop was very solid as well. He just immediately grabbed that curbing, and he got a really great line. He's on a good flow here for this lap, absolutely.
Yeah, he is. He's
Got-
nailing it right now.
He got the rear end of that
That
car
was really nice too.
just to kick out a little bit for him there to give him that extra free rotation as well around that corner. He is working this Miata here around Watkins Glen.
Good line around there as well. Yep.
He didn't go too far wide, didn't have to use a runoff there, so he's not going to lose any time there as well. So this is a good looking run here. It's going to be hard to, this is going to be a quick lap. He's going to get a
Boy,
great
these guys,
exit. Oh
gals are
boy.
really putting down the times for us today.
He is just on a rail here, textbook cornering by Hair Razor here right now on Watkins Glen. Every corner so far this lap has just been textbook here. And now just a couple more to go. Swoop out here, catch a little piece of that curbing, move it back over, a little lift off, and roll it through. Ooh, you got a little too much curb there. Oh no. Oh, that is heartbreaking right there. That is heartbreaking.
His next lap as well.
I think he's just gonna. I don't. There is no point here for him to even try running this next lap. I mean, he has no speed coming up the straightaway here. I am so gutted for Hair Razor right now, Chad.
It did look like he had that beat.
That was a beautiful lap, Chad. Just a little too much of that curbing, trying to get around that final corner.
I mean, he cut the corner too much coming into the entry.
Just trying to maximize. All right, so listen, it's going to be really tough for him here to pick up a really quick lap here. Obviously, he had no run up that back straightaway coming out of the final corner there because he went sideways there right at the pit lane entry.
Well, let's
see what he can do here.
Let's
see what he can salvage. He does have a time already placed here at Watkins Glen, so I mean, if this isn't better than what he's already got in place, they'll just use what he's already got in place, right? So we know Hair Razor's a quick driver. That was just a very gut-wrenching mistake right there. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. That brakes and race car driver's heart. That is his heart sunk into his bottom moment right there. Just gutting feeling. Oh my goodness! And you can tell the way he's going around the track right now. He's just beside himself. You can just tell. Oh my goodness, poor guy. But
he's
gonna finish it.
Listen, we just keep on keeping on though.
Absolutely, and he's got a really good solid time already set in place, but he definitely had a beat there in that lap, I think, and it's just super unfortunate. You can see here he's not really forcing the issue now. He's just gonna take it home. He's just gonna bring it home here.
Yep.
Oh, that was tough. That was tough to watch, chat. We were rooting for him there. That was tough.
I do believe these are. Unless we have any more people join in rather quickly, I do believe this is the last feller to qualify for Watkins Glen here.
And you could be right, and that's actually pretty good timing because by the time we get a little race off here for the guys, that'll be about the time I'll probably shut my end of the broadcast off here and let you bring it home here for the guys. So, yeah, some pretty good qualifying here. But Miss Devi is managing to hold 158.486 still. He did manage to put in a crosser even with the terrible run up the start-finish line. So, yeah, the potential is definitely there for Hair Razor. I'm absolutely super gutted for Hair Razor there. That was potentially the fastest lap of the day right there. And he just miscued around that final corner. Oh, I know the feeling. Oh, it's so painful. Oh, my.
So I guess we'll do this here race. We'll call this one together, my guy.
Sure, yeah. It'll take a few minutes. There'll be a little bit of a break here now. The drivers are just going out. They're going to run some free practice. We got Happy Pappy coming out. Happy Pappy's not going to requalify. He's satisfied with what he's got put down. He's not going to bother requalifying. So he's just coming for the fun.
Good stuff.
Happy Pappy is our laid-back, chill resident here at the GTRC community. He's the Joker. Yeah, he's the Joker in the community, you know. He just comes to race because he likes to race. He doesn't really care about winning them so much as he is just having fun and improving little bit by little bit as he goes. So, yeah, he has a little bit of eccentric strategies like our boy Nolander Gaming here. They don't always work out for him. But at the end of the day, he always has fun. So, yeah, I love Happy Pappy. He's a great guy to see on track for sure.
Yeah, you know, I really need to work on that and quit going with the oddball strategy, as I've not been able to make it work thus far for me. But I'm leaning towards not doing that anymore. But at the same time, if I can nail it and have a good race, those oddball strategies sometimes they'll work out in your favor. But it just hasn't happened for me yet.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight yet. I don't have, unfortunately, I have very much practice and information for my racing tonight. So, I mean, I'm literally just going to jump on track and we're just going to wing it.
Hey, that's what we do best, huh?
You know, exactly. I'm going in. I don't have any expectations tonight. I mean, who knows what's going to happen. Absolutely.
Well, sometimes that frees you up to not be so overly concerned with how you do, and you end up doing better because you don't have all these pre-assumptions of how the race should go for you.
Absolutely, I don't disagree with that. So yeah, it is what it is. I've just been busy this week. My real life job gets crazy busy this time of year because everybody wants to move into their new homes. So yeah, it's been a crazy holiday season for this guy here in the real world sense. So. And of course, Christmas time coming and the GTRC firing up, and we have other commentary. We are busy guys here right now, that is for sure. But we love it. We love our communities. We love our racing. And here we go.
Here we go, guys.
We're gonna let Nolander take the lead here, ladies and
Laps.
gentlemen. So it's all you, my guy.
Another 5 laps around Watkins Glen. We'll see how this goes. I am on the wrong. What has happened? I'm getting a little mirror imaging. I can't see a thing on track. Take the comms away, Mr. GT45.
All right, just hit circle, go into chat, and then just cancel out, and it'll take the mirroring away. Again, another little quirky thing happening right now with the game. So we do have Miss Devious starting on pole position and driving away quickly through turn 1 here, leaving the whole pack behind, 3 wide, 2 deep in behind her as we're coming through turn 1 up the S's into the bus stop here. Type R up into 2nd place, so quickly he moved himself up into P2. So Type R up there battling with the big boys. We got Doug Barrow and Hair Razor putting all kinds of pressure on him here. We got Hair Razor up on the inside coming into the bus stop, and now Doug is going to make it 3 wide, and here we go, chat. Here we go. Are they going to do it? A little bit of contact, and no, Hair Razor takes the blunt end of that. He gets squeezed out into the wall, and then Doug and Type R are going to move on through in 2nd and 3rd place there. So a heck of a try here by the drivers, but not working out so well for him there. 3 wide coming into the bus stop. Good try, but wouldn't recommend it, chat.
Miss running away with this race so far. She's opened up about a 2-second gap. I don't have that information on my screen. That's just my guess.
We'll bring it up here on my screen as well right now, actually, since I'm already in that screen. You were about right, 2.8.
Yeah, 2.8 second gap, in fact.
So she got a clean break right off the bat, right into T1.
Yeah.
She just got through T1 ahead of the pack, and then the pack, of course, sorting themselves out.
Yeah, these 3 behind her, 4 essentially work together and get into each other's slipstream. You can see on these straights, they're going to pull. They're going to pull some time on her, but she's still walking away.
And I mean, it's just a battle right now for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. We got Doug on the inside of Type R. We got Method now trying to follow Doug through on the inside of Type R. He is going to get that position, so Doug's going to move up to 2nd. Method's going to move up into 3rd. Type R is going to just come humming in behind there, and Method back into 4th now. And Happy Pappy is right on the back end of these guys here as well. So
indeed,
he's having some fun out there right now. Hair Razor catching up after he got the short end of the 3 wide stick going into the bus stop there last lap, and Tagger just in behind. We've seen him make a mistake going into the bus stop right behind these guys as well. So yeah, it's been an interesting race, but Miss Devious has just got the clean break, and she is just saying, later, boys.
These guys behind you do work together. They're not going to catch her unless she has some sort of mistake. There, it's not happening.
So here we go. We got Doug now. He's starting to pull a little gap here on 2nd, or 3rd and 4th place drivers, Type R and Method, but side by side are Type R and Method, and here we go into the bus stop again. Side by side going into the bus stop, and I am on the wrong cars. We need to be watching this. Method going super wide there.
Big hit. Happy up into P3 now, just sitting back there waiting for that opening, and he has.
Oh, we missed what happened there, Chad, but looking like Type R has some damage on that car. So, no, he doesn't have damage on that car, but yeah, I'm not sure what happened. We seen Method and Type R go side by side into the bus stop, and then the camera guy adjusted his angle, and we missed all the fun. So,
yeah, they just came together too wide into the entry of the bus stop, and it sent them both off.
So
Miss Devious holding a 3.5 second gap over Doug right now. We all know Doug's quick, so he may be able to close this gap by himself. He's got clean air all the way around him, nothing to worry about behind him.
Well,
and only one to worry about in front of him.
I'm just gonna say, he was in here talking a whole bunch of trash how he could drive faster than Miss Devious lap on that qualifying round. So let's see what he's got here. Miss Devious got a clean break, and I mean, she's not really letting him gain that time. I mean, it was 3.8, it's down to 3.5 right now, but
touching the wall there.
Yes, not good for Doug. So you can see that time gap going back up to 3.8 here now, but he is purple. 156.6 there. and that was that faster than Miss Devious? It was faster than Miss Devious's qualifying time actually. So Happy Pappy has found himself up into third place. Chat, third place this driver's found himself into. Oh my goodness, he's almost going to be jumping up and down in his racing seat here pretty soon if he continues to do so well in this race. He is flying today. Method here in fourth place, and you know, he's had a couple of fun little side-by-side moments going into the bus stop here at Watkins in this race, and so far he's made it through, you know, fairly unscathed. A little bit wide that second time around there, but whew, some good racing we're seeing here from these guys. Miss Devious just in command here, 3.2, but so Doug is definitely dipping away at the time here on Miss Devious up in front.
Yeah, indeed he is. He's up to about 0.4 of a second now.
Happy Pappy's
still closing.
4.6 seconds behind Doug, and he's got about a 3-second gap on Method there in behind chasing. So Method's a quick driver. Pappy's doing a really great job at managing the gap here on Method. Hair Razor in 5th place. He's trying to catch Method. Now he's got a 1-second penalty. This has all just gone wrong for Hair Razor here in this race today. Much for same for Type R here as well.
He's got the purples again and still gaining.
Absolutely. That doesn't surprise me. Doug is a fierce competitor. Doug is the type of driver who likes to lead the pace of the race. He doesn't like to chase the pace of the race. So it doesn't surprise me to see that he's just full sending here. That's what Doug does, ladies and gentlemen. He absolutely just puts all his effort into these races. And he is on the pad too, ladies and gentlemen. So a little bit of fun facts there. We do have Doug Barrow on a pad here in the series. So
Miss Devious getting a really great exit out of that corner there.
Ooh, and Doug getting faster again with a 156.4.
Again with a 154. Wow, that's a good time right there. That is definitely faster.
He's moving, without a question of a doubt. We got Pappy still holding strong here in P3, and Method's about 2 seconds behind. He is closing up on Pappy here, but Pappy's doing a pretty good job at holding him off here so far. There's going to be a battle there before the end of this lap, I think. Miss Devious 2.7 seconds, so every time Doug gets a little, she takes it right back from him here. And,
that's exactly what's going on, yeah. And Doug's pulling the fastest lap again. He's on purples again. Wow, beautiful bus stop there from Doug.
Happy Pappy coming through right now. He has a great line through there as well. Where's Method? Ooh, Method's closing in. 1.7 seconds. Could be a battle for third and final podium position here yet before the end of this race. We'll probably see that battle start developing on lap 5 here. But all the guys still on track. Some of them have benefited, some of them not so much. But it's definitely been an interesting race here so far at Watkins in this little sprint. Miss Devious, 2.9 seconds.
Yeah, she opened up the gap a little more. She's definitely a little quicker around the latter half of this track, and Doug seems to be quicker around the first half of the track. You can see they're gaining a lot of time under braking right there on the back of Miss Devious, but she gets a great exit again, opens up to a 3.1 second lead over Mr. Doug Barrow. So, some great racing going on here.
Absolutely. Miss Devious is showing some gall here on the racetrack. Whoa, Happy Pappy just got it wrong. Oh, he keeps it together. That was a great job by Pappy, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to allow Method to close up on him here, though. Boy, oh boy, did he gather that car up well.
Doug just got really sideways around the first corner.
We're going to stick with Pappy and Method here, Chad. I want to watch this battle. I want to see if Pappy's just going to let Method take the position, or if he is going to fight Method for this position here. Method's going to take a look up the inside. Pappy is going to take the outside line, and he did try to fight Method. He definitely tried to fight Method there for the position, but he just got the line a little bit wrong, and Method's going to move up into P3 here. So great job by Pappy and Method in third and fourth place there. Absolutely great stuff from Pappy.
They're back here creeping, though, on these two.
Absolutely. Type R still there.
0.4 of a second, almost a half a second on him now.
So fastest lap on track now belonging to Miss Devious. She's like, yeah?
Woo, with a 156.2. Yeah, she's cooking. So, but she picks up a half-second penalty on the final lap.
And it was a 55 we seen,
it doesn't matter much.
I believe, from her here today. So some fast laps today, chat. Definitely some fast laps. And I was on track with Miss Devious about 10 days ago, and we were having some little fun racing while we were helping Lone Ghost, who we seen out a little bit earlier, on track train and get ready for qualifying. That's exactly what she would do. She lets you get close, but she'll never let you get by. She just has a knack for um, making up the time that she gives up. Honestly, I think she was toying with my emotions while we were racing that night. But I got to tell you, she is just a very good, efficient race car driver. She's showing it here tonight. Got some fantastic races here during the qualifiers here today from Miss Devious in her debut season.
Moving
So
on that last lap, he picked up a second on her in that last lap, but just not enough. Miss Devious coming in with the victory.
what is Doug going to come across with there? He's not going to steal fastest lap either. So Miss Devious again holding down that purple lap on the racetrack here. We've got Methods going to come through here. We got Pappy coming through here. We've got Hair Razor coming through. Great job to Pappy. That was a great race for Pappy right there. Type R coming through here in 6th place, and good job to him. He just again just didn't survive the bus stop there. And Tagger here coming around, our final driver here. He's just coming around that final corner, a little bit off the pace.
Yes, sir.
He did have that incident on the first lap too, going into the bus stop as well as Hair Razor, so that did set him back at the pack a little bit here. But he really tightened it up here at the end and put in some good solid laps, and here we are. So Miss Devious taking first place, Doug Barrow taking second, THG's Method in third, Happy Pappy in fourth, Hair Razor in fifth, Type R in sixth, and Tagger 2X rounding out this little mini sprint race field here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. We've seen her throw down some fast laps today.
Yeah, very impressive driver here with Miss Devious. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Lucky 7 hasn't signed up yet. Gotcha. Okay, thanks, Bar. We do appreciate the heads up. Bar was in the YouTube chat there while we are having that discussion. I just didn't see it in time, but it's all good. I think they got that sorted out. Yeah, everything's been running pretty good today. That's good. All right, chat. We are getting to the point where I do need to take off here and get ready for part 2 of my day here. So we're going to leave it in the capable hands of Mr. Nolander Gaming. So anybody watching over here on GT45 Gaming, you want to continue following the qualifiers here at the GTRC, jump over to Nolander Gaming on his Facebook page there. Go hang out with him over there. Say hi. Don't forget to like, share, and follow if you're not already doing so, ladies and gentlemen. We would appreciate that. And he's going to send this thing off. So there's about another hour of qualifying left. And, of course, the admin staff will keep him notified of anything that's happening on the fly here. So thank you for hanging out today, man. It was a pleasure. It's always fun having you in the booth and doing your thing here. So I am going to take off and just leave this in your capable hands. So have fun with the last hour or however much longer qualifying is running for, and we'll catch you later, my guy. Appreciate it.
Indeed, my friend. Absolutely appreciate being here and being given the opportunity. And thanks a lot. Lots of love for you, my guy.
Absolutely.
And I wish you all the best on your next comms.
Absolutely. And yeah, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Show Nolander the love. Let's get the rest of qualifying underway here. Of course, you'll probably have some of these guys pop in and keep them company in the Discord as well, so that's fantastic. Of course, we haven't seen any of the drivers pop in today, which is kind of surprising, actually. We had one at the very beginning of the broadcast, but he opted out because he probably ran out of time.
So and say hello for a little while.
But yeah. So, yeah, just keep your eyes on that Discord server. You never know who's going to be popping in there to come and talk. And we'll catch you soon, my dude. Enjoy the rest of qualifying here today. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Appreciate you too, my friend.
All right.
We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good, my dude. Sounds good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, over on GT45 Gaming, like I said, I do have to go. I have to prepare for another broadcast here in just a little over an hour's time. So thank you very much for hanging out with us here today. Like I said, if you guys want to continue seeing what's happening here, head over to Nolander Gaming on Facebook or YouTube and go show the man some love. If you haven't liked, shared, or followed, or subscribed to his channels yet, especially if you're members of GTRC, we would really appreciate that. He is our newest member here to the commentating team. and absolutely love what he's putting down here. So the broadcasting team now growing as well here, getting stronger by the week. And boy, oh boy, we're going to bring all kinds of great racing action to you guys in the 2023 season. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out over here with us at GT45 and the GTRC YouTube. That will be shut down on all three of my, the two channels, of course, on my end, and the GTR YouTube will get shut down here very shortly. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, just thank you very much. I'm your boy, Ghost. I hope everybody's doing good. As you can see, we got a lot going on here. We got the wheel in place. We got a race to do yet tonight on top of another commentary. So we got lots happening here today. I made a scheduling here totally on my bad, but Nolander is more than capable of knocking this thing out. So just jump in the Discord chat and let Nolander know, Hair Razor brother. And we'll talk to everybody soon. So, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, GTRC community is coming back. We do have a big announcement for something coming in January 1st as well from the GTRC community, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely want to stay tuned to the socials for that. This is something a little special, and it's going to be a ton of fun. So the announcements are going to be getting put down and in place for that here over the next couple of days. We do need to find the rest of our drivers for it as well. So fun little event coming January 1st to break in the new year, and then January 7th with the BMW E30 Mini Championship for GTRC. January 7th, of course, we have other things firing up as well, and then January 14th is the first round of this big GT4 Championship, which of course we've been sitting here doing the qualifying for this weekend. Much love, much appreciation, everybody. Deuces. No, I'm kidding. A little picnic basket game and love for you. No, we love you. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back live here in about an hour's time. If you guys want to check out what we're doing here, fantastic. But I'd definitely go show Nolander some love over there on Facebook and YouTube, everybody. The gentleman has worked really hard to get his stream up into the right motions for the ocean for commentating, and he's got it there. So now we get to bring him in and let him do what he does best and absolutely rock it out in behind the mic in the comms box here for GTRC this season. So thanks, everybody. Much love. Holiday season. Stay safe out there, chat. Don't drink and drive. Don't do it. Be safe. Make sure you have a safe ride home, guys. Make sure you have a safe place to stay if that's the case, whatever the case may be, wherever you are, wherever you're celebrating. Please be safe out there. Make sure you get home to your family and have the best Christmas you guys have had, I'm sure, in a few years with everything that's been going on worldwide. It's been a tough go. So cherish the moments here this season in 2022, ladies and gentlemen, and have a great holiday season on behalf of GTRC and GT45 Gaming. We love you. Stay winning. And remember, folks, you always matter. Doors always open. We'll see you soon. GTRC, Gran Turismo Racing Community.